That's the
Try to
perk
focus
to,
on that.
the perk to not having kids.
Yeah, right. Okay, so how's the volume in your headphone? You like it?
Very good. I
Good?
like it.
Good?
Sounds about good.
All right, cool. I think we're good. I think so.
Awesome.
Got the dual screen.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Look at some stuff.
I joined the master race myself, the PC master race
Yeah.
in 2018, and I got 2 screens donated to me by this wonderful guy I grew up with, Alex Hetzel. So shout out to him before we really get going. But he, dude, he sold me a Wii U at dirt cheap price. He gifted me 2 monitors when he heard I was getting my first PC. So, like, that's just an all-around good guy. And I don't keep up with him like that either. Like, we talk every now and again, but whenever I'm, like, posting on Facebook, like, hey, man, what does anyone know about this? He's always the first one like, hey, man, I got you. It's
I
like,
got you.
Dope. Thanks.
Yeah, it's good to have one of those guys on your list, right?
Well, I mean, I believe in pay it forward ever since I saw that movie with Kevin Spacey before we knew he was a turd. I think that
funny how that shit works out, huh?
Right. Well, that movie still has a good overall message, regardless of the human being behind that. And those were so far apart that I feel I can safely separate the art from the artist on that one, even though typically I'm not.
Right. Yeah, it's good to pay it forward, especially like, you know, you could be pulling through like a McDonald's or something and they'll be like, oh, they already paid for you. And it's like, what? You know, you get that feeling. You're like, okay, I'm going to do it next time.
My girl and I frequent a diner in Waterford, the Royal Diner, and not today when we were there, but last week when we were there, a family actually had their meal completely paid for by someone who had their bill paid for by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. Luckily, unfortunately, they didn't do that for us. But
yeah, but that's always the risk, man. You know, you'd be pulling through and you'd be like, maybe I'll pay it forward this time and pay for their meal. But that looks like a huge minivan. How many meals did they pay? Is this going to be a $52 McDonald's order right now that I'm about to pay for?
Yeah, no, see, I always got to gauge what I'm paying for before I pay for it. I'm not going to do that in a college town like Mount Pleasant or East Lansing or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it with the giant. Well, okay, I might do it with like a van with a trailer behind me, but that's only because I'm typically that guy. And if it is a touring band, like, that'd be fun. That's dope.
Yeah. I'm sure. Have you come across that on a tour? Somebody pay for you guys a meal or no?
I've heard of it happening, but not us. No,
it's a myth.
No, I've heard of it. I've heard of it happening. I don't know.
Urban legends.
There's bands that I hear about. They get free food and like some bands are like actually like sponsored by like Taco Bell and shit like that.
Really?
So yeah, I think Boys of Fall actually is
sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yeah,
for real.
They sponsor a bunch of like up and coming bands and even larger bands.
Dude, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, dude.
Got restaurants in the mix sponsored.
Well, a lot of places you can actually call ahead of time. This is a road trick. You can call restaurants ahead of time and say, hey, we're a touring band. We're from here. We're gonna be playing this show. Like, we're really running on fumes. Like, any amount of food you could offer us would be great. You know, we'll pay for whatever we can. And I've heard of people just getting tons of free food from that. Like Chipotle, like 10, 12 meals worth of Chipotle.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. I mean,
like whatever they want.
I think I've heard. Have you posted that before?
I have not.
You have not? I think I've
not
heard of that
because
before.
I've never
calling ahead and, you know, just seeing. I mean, what you might as well call. What are they going to say? No?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the worst
might
thing.
As well.
Like, dude, that's my rule with life in general. Like, when I ask my girlfriend out, like, what's the worst she going to say? No? Like, okay, and then I'm right back where the fuck I was.
Exactly.
And now we're almost 2 years here, and if I wouldn't have asked and I would have just dicked around, who knows where we both would be. So. Right,
exactly. That's what you got to think about. A lot of missed opportunities in life is just because you were afraid of no.
Right. Who was it that said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Was that Jordan?
Yeah, I think so.
It was. It was a ball player, a basketball player of some sort. It was either Jordan or Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was Jordan. I'm not a sports
but
diehard.
It's true.
Yeah, no, 110%. But I don't know. You also have to look at the flip side. Michael Jordan's gambling could have potentially led to his
Destroyed
father's death. So, have you heard about that?
No,
You
I hadn't watched the. Is it in
the Last Dance? Well, it was in the Last Dance, but I had actually heard of this beforehand because the rumor mill has always said that Jordan's gambling was way more out of control than they've always played it to be.
Okay.
And even in the Last Dance, they really don't touch on it much. But there is the fact that Jordan's father was the victim of a senseless killing and robbery. He was shot by two young kids who stole his car because he was driving like a Lexus or something.
Right.
And took his money and drove off. And they say that's unrelated. But then I'm big into mafioso, like American Mafia, Italian American Mafia type stuff. So there's always been whispers through all the stuff I've heard on those topics that Jordan was into them, and these guys may have been like
part of it.
Yeah, one of the families.
And from his gambling?
Yes, potentially.
And then got in deep with the mafia.
Supposedly, but
supposedly,
right,
yes. All hearsay, maybe, possibly.
Right. That could be as much conjecture as the fucking QAnon bullshit. Like,
yeah, that.
I don't know. It's a little bit more plausible to me that Jordan's dad could have been, byproduct of Jordan getting in too deep with the mob as opposed to the QAnon shit. But that's just me.
Yeah. Cult followings like that, QAnon and everything, that shit's like
anything
weird.
I don't know, man. We're also hypocritical in a sense, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because we purchase band merch.
Mm-hmm.
We purchase comic book merch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but I've been in one or more verbal altercations with people over things that in the grand scheme of things really don't matter too much.
All the
about,
time.
Like
all the time.
Who the best Spider-Man is and like shit like that.
Yeah.
But I've have you seen that viral video of my man who's like yelling at the other dude about the Wicked Witch of the West from
I don't think I have.
So are you aware of the Wizard of Oz and the whole metaverse that surrounds that?
I've seen something. Enlighten me. Enlighten everybody about this, because I've heard something about this Wizard of Oz crap, and like I seen like there was one, like there's like a picture where they're walking down the road, and it looks like there's like one of the monkeys hanging in the background too. There's like so much subliminal stuff about
that's
this.
That's fucked up too. But those
Wizard of Oz crap. So what's up?
Well, the flying monkeys used to scare the shit out of me. That's a fun fact before we really get started here. But so
they're weird.
There's like a larger mythos past Wizard of Oz. Like, you know how everything is nowadays, 20, 30, 40 years later, everyone's like, well, I'm going to take a modern spin on this.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of the musical Wicked?
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually a Wizard of Oz, like in the Wizard of Oz universe. It's about how the Wicked Witch of the West or the East. I don't know that much about it.
The West, yeah.
I can't remember which
one. The Wicked Witch of the West.
Well, there is a Wicked Witch of the East as well, or there is a Witch of the East. I don't think she's wicked, but
East just doesn't roll off the tongue as well for the movie.
But anywho, there's a clip of this dude just getting super freaking heated with this other guy about why the Wicked Witch of the West became the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm talking like vein in the neck,
oh my god,
like perspirating from his face. And I like watched that, and I'm thinking back to how many times I yelled at some kid because he tried to tell me that Final Fantasy VII was the best PlayStation 1 era Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, no, it's fucking 9. Shut your mouth.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, shit, I am that guy.
But, I mean, it's like all throughout your life. Even, when you're younger, you think that, Pokemon is, that's life right there.
But that's what I'm saying. We all have that cult mentality.
That's true.
Some of us,
it is true.
Some of us utilize it in much harmless ways than others.
Right.
I can't imagine throwing a Trump flag on the back of my truck and escorting the Biden bus out of my state like fucking, I don't know, inbred cavalry. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, or driving around like over here. There was one that rented one of those trucks, the driving billboards. And there was like maybe 17 people out with Biden, and they just drive through with their Trump sign on the back.
Bro, I can appreciate the brazen like ignorance of it all, but at the same time, that's also the problem.
Right.
It's kind of like the dude from Trapped. Like, I want to point and laugh at him, but every time I do, I'm just validating him and giving him more time in the spotlight. So I don't even pay attention to him anymore.
You could think of it and say, yeah, that dude's smart because before he started, being a dick basically and just calling out everything or whatever he wants, saying all this, spewing all this whatever, fake shit, whatever he wanted to say. They weren't even in the spotlight. Now there's just nonstop articles. They're tagged and stuff. They're always in your timeline. There's something about them going on. Maybe it's hate, but it still all adds up in an algorithm and gets them up and in your face.
Well, and I hate
maybe for the way wrong reasons. I wouldn't want to do that, but
no, and you're right. I mean, there is that saying that there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Right.
But there is also a difference between being famous and being infamous.
Right. There you go.
There is a clear difference. And I'm not saying I want to be famous, but I don't want to be infamous.
There you go.
Like, I'm okay with being known by reputation, but I don't want to be known by reputation for scummy shit. That's just me, personally.
Yeah, well, it's like, you say scummy shit. That reminds me when we were talking through Messenger, you said something about getting canceled or something, but you're not, or you're damn too scummy or whatever. But you don't even have to be scummy to get canceled nowadays. You don't really have to. You could just say one wrong. You could just say...
I think it all
anything really that somebody disagrees with, and nope, you're canceled. As long as a large majority of people disagree with it, you're canceled.
Well, and it all boils down to, one, the message being sent, and two, the way the message is being delivered. A lot of people don't realize that you're going to catch more flies with honey than you are vinegar. So even when I'm having these brash, brazen debates with people, I'm still not trying to completely like put them down or shut them out, because at the end of the day, that doesn't bridge a gap anywhere.
No. But that's part of the problem.
That is part of the problem. But at the same time, you're only going to get truly canceled, I think, if you've just done things that are unforgivable from a certain standpoint morally. Where that line is it differs for a lot of people, and when your politics are your identity, it gets a little bit of a gray area, because it's like, okay, well, like, just because I don't think a person who was born a biological man who now identifies as a woman should participate in cisgender women's sports doesn't mean I'm transphobic.
Right.
But at the same time, funny. I also don't have a dog in that fight, so who am I to really put my 2 cents into that? So it's more along the lines of, like, if you don't have anything nice to say to people, just don't say it, man.
Well, that's where it goes into, I see, it's true, but that's where I go to say, like, this group doesn't believe in science, and this group does, or this group doesn't believe in this, and this group does. When you go to science, and like what you just said with I have no problem with what you want to be in life. If you feel like you were born like you should have been a woman and you wanted to, transition to that, that's fine. But then they say that when it comes down to, like what you said, putting them a woman in a woman's sport, like fighting,
right? And
you were born a man, and now you transitioned, which is cool. Like, we should respect that, and we should say that, call you your proper name, whatever, right. Ma'am, woman, whatever. But that's where you have to go on to the science part of it, which is your anatomy, and what you were born with is not what this other person you're going to be facing was born with.
The biggest...
That's where it gets sticky.
The biggest issue I have, or I see when it comes to media, especially in reporting trans issues, and when they stir the pot.
That's all it is a pot stir.
Well, and one, they're always taking the most extreme cases. Like, they're highlighting the It's Ma'am guy who is in, or the It's Ma'am woman, I'm sorry, who was in GameStop throwing a fit.
Oh, the one that was turned into a meme?
Yeah.
It's Ma'am.
Like, we highlight that one.
Yeah.
And then even I'm big in YouTube, and during the quarantine, there wasn't much to do.
But yeah.
So I went down a lot of the like YouTuber like rabbit holes
Oh
in terms
no,
of
just
like
kept hitting the recommended video.
well,
just
not
going.
even necessarily that. Not even necessarily that, but like okay, so last year, how into makeup is your wife?
Not like huge.
Not huge. Okay, so there's this big scandal in the makeup world with this this young man named James Charles is his name.
James Charles.
He got called out in a like 45-minute YouTube video by this like 42-year-old woman who's also in the beauty industry for predatory behavior.
Okay.
So that kind of and
so what was the
so basically
behavior that he was...
okay, so basically, well, it turns out that most of it was bullshit, but supposedly he was a gay man who would prey on straight men and try to persuade them to sleep with him is basically the allegations that were led against him.
Okay.
And again, I didn't have a dog in this fight, so I'm just watching it like a casual observer. Yeah. Well, I'm dating a hairstylist and I have a bunch of female friends. I was raised by women, so I'm friends with a lot of girls, and I would just hear all this shit about this Toddy Westbrook, James Charles shit. So I'm like, okay, I got to watch it. And I went down that fucking tea spill rabbit hole. And there's just this whole subculture of YouTubers that are just like, I got the latest gossip on this YouTuber. This YouTuber treats this YouTuber like garbage. This YouTuber's doing this. This YouTuber's doing that. Anywho, so I started to learn about who all these people are. Like, I didn't know who Shane Dawson really was. Like, all I really knew about Jeffree Star was that he made bad MySpace music back when MySpace music was a thing, and then now he was into makeup. Like, that was about all I knew. Well, like I said, rabbit hole during quarantine, didn't have much to do, so I'm just watching all these fucking tea videos and shit. Anywho, back to my point. So there's this there's this right-winged transgender, identifies as female YouTuber named Blair White. Okay, now Blair White, she's kind of like the, I don't want to say she's like a token trans representative for the right wingers,
but she's a token trans.
But she's essentially, she essentially holds like Republican views as a transgender person because she'll gain views because of it. Not saying that. Yeah,
that's like an oxymoron.
Right. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but she's always there just shooting down other transgender individuals and always feeding into that tactic that I brought up about bringing up the most outrageous examples. And recently she brought up the issue we were just discussing about trans women playing in women's sports and how outrageous it was. Well, she used this one trans athlete in the thumbnail and associated her with this quote that she wasn't saying. Now, the girl in the thumbnail was clearly biologically born a male. When I say that, I mean male bone structure, male muscle structure. Like, you can just tell. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've never seen a woman who's actually been born with those wide, broad shoulders.
Right.
But yeah, so she was born a man, now identifies as a woman, but she participates in men's powerlifting.
Okay.
But she was being attributed with the statement of, I will participate in women's sports whether you like it or not.
Because she was born a man, right?
She was born a man, now has transitioned
competes
into a
into
woman.
Men's powerlifting.
She identifies as a woman, but participates in men's powerlifting because she has the physique of a biological male.
Right. And that should be allowed, I would say.
A trans a YouTube blogger person who's a token for the right fed into that
and then just misconstrued the whole thing.
And it misconstrued the whole thing. The woman even tried to reach out on the YouTube video to Blair to rectify what she got wrong and to fix, to ask for a little bit more clarification, like saying that she's, her reputation's at stake. People recommend she sue, but she's also faced way worse things before and been denied for that. So like so it just has created this whole shitstorm. Meanwhile, like anyone on the right tends to do when presented with a "you're wrong," and I've found that they typically follow one of two paths, but I'm generalizing and I hate generalizing, so I'm going to try to avoid it. But typically I found people on the right typically follow two paths when presented factual evidence supporting claims that they're wrong.
Okay.
They claim fake news, which has only become popular in the last 4 years.
I was going to say, that's kind of a last 4 years
And
thing.
alternative facts. Remember when that was a fucking thing?
Yes. but I mean, okay, keep going.
All right, I'm sorry. There's three things they do. One,
the fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Okay, but what about this guy? They flip
What about this guy?
They flip it and they want to start talking about, okay, well, yeah, my guy sucks, but this guy really sucks.
But this guy sucks way worse.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
That may be true, but we're talking about this right now. Or the third thing is they just shut the fuck up. Well, this girl just dropped off YouTube and all social media for 2-3 weeks. I'm talking, but she did end up releasing an "I'm sorry" I notes thing, like the notepad on iPhones.
Okay.
She did like one of those and screenshotted it and posted it to her Twitter. So let me just unpack all that information. She uploaded a video to YouTube basically slandering another trans woman.
Right. Misconstruing the whole situation.
Misconstruing the whole thing. Had the opportunity to reach out and fix this in private. Chose not to speak to this person for 3 weeks. Did end up speaking to this person, however, like 2 weeks later or something. Published an apology to the platform that the original content wasn't even posted on.
Right, because it was on YouTube and you go to
left
Twitter.
the video up the entire time. It just recently went down like a week ago.
Ridiculous.
I watched this young kid.
So hold on, let me ask a question about the video. So in the video, okay, so the thing was the thumbnail was misconstruing the situation, or was she saying stuff in the video?
She was looking at multiple instances about trans athletes wanting to participate or opting out of participating in the gender sport that they identify as.
Right.
So I was kind of looking at mainly, like I said, the most extreme cases of that, where it's like, bro, you're like a 400-pound tall woman now.
Yeah.
But there's no biological woman that's going to be able to reach this.
No.
I'm talking like the giant like Broly from Dragon Ball Z style figure.
But the sad thing about it is that you didn't have to misconstrue anything, because there is actually
there are examples of that.
Men going to women, going to fight women in sports or whatever. I mean, like, it's like, I bring up UFC a lot because that seems like fighting would be the worst instance of that.
Well, and I know
if you're playing basketball, though, like you can probably be able to run faster, though, maybe.
Right.
Not necessarily, but fighting seems to be like the most extreme instance of it.
In my head, the smartest way to do it is you have cisgender sports leagues, you have transgender sports leagues, and we just be done with it. Like, because I don't see a way that everyone's going to be happy unless you just give people an outlet or a league to do what they need to do.
Or just everyone just agree that it's going to infiltrate in, kind of like, if they just let baseball players juice up, and then it'd be fun again.
I know.
I want to see some people hit the ball out of the park all the time. Bring back Mark McGwire.
My mother is a diehard Tigers fan. I'm like, how do you watch this slow-ass sport? Because I remember...
It's more fun in person just because you're there and you can get that, the whole baseball game experience, and you can go hang out at the Tigers bar. You can do whatever you want, man.
But it was
fun.
Even that, and it's funny you bring that up now, because this was actually a topic I wanted to segue in later on when we got back to election topic. But even that sports dynamic is a little weird when you think about it. Because,
like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but
still on the trans and that.
I'm
is
just
what you're saying?
no. I'm just saying the sport, the team fan dynamic.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a community, right? And I'm gonna make a parallel to this soon. So it's a community technically.
Yeah, Tigers fans.
We're Tigers fans, right?
Right.
However, in order for there to be a relationship, in my head, it has to be a two-way street. Yes, the fan gets to be a part of something. Supposedly, they get to be a part of winning, but they don't actually play.
No.
They don't. They pay money to keep the lights on.
Mm-hmm. And show support.
At $20 to park, at $20 a beer, at $50 a t-shirt. How fucking one-sided is that?
It's bullshit.
And as a fucking dude, my grandfather, who passed away this year, rest in peace, Pops, went his entire life without seeing the fucking Lions win a Super Bowl. And you know why? And I hate to speak ill of the dead, but it's because he kept supporting them.
Right.
Even when they were fucking turds.
It is true.
And that's the biggest issue with that
I haven't
team.
watched one Lions game this year.
And that's the problem
I'm a huge Lions fan.
That's the problem with team sport mentality is you feel like you're a part of the team, but it's really just a one-way street. You're doing all the giving, they're getting all the getting, and whether they win or not, people are going to keep supporting them.
I know it.
Same thing with politicians.
Oh, it's so gross.
It's the same fucking
so
dynamic.
gross.
Seeing people. Bro, I could never in my life imagine liking a politician so much that I buy their merch. I barely buy merch for the bands I like, let alone politicians that I can barely stand.
My wife was like, are we going to get because we voted third party. We were all like, she's like, we're going to get Jorgensen's. I'm like, hell no. I am not one of those people going to go buy their shit and put it on my line. You want to be fucking president? You fucking come out there and speak and show me why. I don't have to give you money.
Listen, I've never voted for Green Party a day in my life, but when Jorgensen's running as long as Nader did, I'll buy her merch. Just out of sheer dedication. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I find a Ralph
She's libertarian, by the way.
Oh, see, oh yeah, she's libertarian, and what, he was Green Party?
I think... No, I think he was libertarian or he was independent.
Okay,
maybe.
But either way, that dude ran. I
Nader.
think from when I was fucking born until like
Billy Bob Thornton needs to play him in a movie.
That would be a great.
Dude, they kind of look alike a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. They do.
The Just Shy Club.
Almost had it. You almost had it.
And all it is just like shots of like Billy Bob Thornton like just looking all depressed as the person who actually won is parading in the streets behind him. 4 years
They call
later.
me Sling Blade.
Bro, I'm telling you though, I go thrifting a lot because of my girl, but if I find a Nader,
my girl likes to thrift too.
If I find a Nader shirt, I'm getting it.
Dude, it gets addicting.
Bro, I got a copy of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie on DVD. I'd never even seen a copy of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie on DVD before.
What is it?
The Running Man.
The Running Man?
Are you familiar?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so there's a ton of backstory.
Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? Out of his like comedies though,
yeah,
it's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I actually just watched it kind of recently, so that's why I said it.
But so since you've never seen The Running Man, I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't want to spoil it because I think you really should watch it.
Okay.
So it came out in like '87. The best part about it is it tells a story of the distant future of 2019. So it's one of those things where you can see like where they thought shit was going to go and like see what they got right, they got some of it right. Like it's kind of crazy how much they actually did get right. But so basically it's adapted from a Stephen King book, and it's one of the Stephen King books that he wrote under the pseudonym Richard Bachman.
Yep. Yeah, I know about that.
But it's very loosely based on this book. And so it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Richard Dawson from Family Feud.
Okay.
And Richard Dawson plays a game show host. Well, what this
Really?
is cons get a chance to go down into this battleground and duke it out with these guys called stalkers.
Really?
For a chance to win their independence.
Dude, this sounds like a cool ass
One
movie.
of the stalkers happens to be Jesse Ventura as Captain Freedom, and it's fucking awesome.
You know, he got a lot of votes in Alaska this year. They love him out there, apparently.
Dude, I would love to vote for Jesse Ventura if he was ever running anywhere near me, but he won't. So.
Right.
It's just because it's Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of the things they get right is like doctoring footage. Like there's a scene in the very very opening scene.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold's this cop, or he's either a cop or like a soldier, and there's a bunch of riots going on in Los Angeles, and they want him to open fire.
Oh, really?
They want him to open fire on civilians. He refuses to do it. So, they kick the shit out of him, take over the helicopter. The rest of the guys in the helicopter do, and they lock him up. Well, spoiler alert. Arnold Schwarzenegger somehow makes it onto the game show, right? And when they're showing all the shit that he's done, they actually spin the footage and make it seem like they told him to stand down and he opened fire. So they're framing him.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say like...
Does that sound...
I'm not going to say
familiar?
it sounds anything like, what we did to Edward Snowden or anything, but,
Yeah.
a guy that has our best interests
Yeah, that's
out
fucked up.
for us, and we fucking chase him to Russia.
Hey, Joe Jorgensen was going to acquit him.
Yeah, she was also going to tell Amazon how much they can fucking pay their employees.
I'm just saying that's how much you got to take everything with a grain of salt that these people
And
tell
see,
you.
and-
Even the ones that you support the most, you still
Bro.
got to take what they say with a grain of salt.
I've been waiting to see you in person so I can actually say this to your face. I respect your opinion greatly. And especially that means a lot, especially considering we hadn't actually met in person up until this point.
Right.
And you were one of the people who actually got me in the boat of checking out Joe Jorgensen. So I was
Right.
like, okay, let me peep what her platforms are.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first fucking things I see is that she wants to get rid of a federally and state regulated minimum wage and allow companies to be able to dictate what they want to pay you. And me, who I've worked, I know you work in it now. I worked janitorial for 7 years myself.
Right. Yeah.
Underpaid janitorial.
Oh yeah, I've
Can
been
you
at
imagine
the bottom
what
of the barrel too.
Can you imagine what Palace Sports and Entertainment would have paid me if they got to dictate how much they paid me?
That's where it goes into parallel to what you said with sports fans. Is you can't continue to support the sports fans because it's all give.
Right.
So you as people would have to say, we're not going to work here for that amount of money, and you leave. Because you just go somewhere else.
Yeah, but the problem is with capitalism, there's always someone willing to do it for less.
But everybody walks out. Everybody.
I mean, everybody walks out, but here's the thing. And let me spin this. So,
It's more of a mindset change. It's you gotta say, I'm worth more than this. And yeah, like you said, maybe you got somebody that just moved here and is new to the town and they really need a job really quick, so they'll go over there and they'll scrub the toilet for $5 an hour because that's all they're gonna be willing to pay you.
Well, here's the thing: is we've got,
but it's gonna be for a week and you're the fuck out of there. I mean, that's at least I would. People nowadays want $15 an hour. Who's gonna go do that?
Right.
Who's gonna go do it for $5 an hour? No, I mean you're stupid.
Well, but here's the thing: is
I think that stuff would kind of work itself out. It would be a little bit. I'm not saying it's gonna. I wouldn't think it's gonna happen year 1, 2.
Oh, nothing
3.
ever
No,
is gonna happen.
It's
that
gonna
quickly.
be a slower. Maybe that's not the best decision. right?
Right.
But again, like I said earlier, you're not going to like basically everything about your candidate. You got to take it with a grain of salt.
Well, and I respect the most important thing for me to stress is I respect third-party voters for sticking to their guns and voting third-party.
Yeah.
Because I can totally respect going at.
My wife did last year too. She voted for the Johnson.
Well, see, and I can totally respect someone, going against the status quo. But I recently explained this to someone like this week. And you're going to notice a lot of my analogies involve video games because it's what I spend most of my time doing. American politics right now is a game that's based around a two-party system. And
the duopoly.
And when
that's
I describe
the new word
it
being thrown around.
Well, and when I describe it as a game, I mean that in the sense that games have their own rules, they have their own physics, they have their own boundaries, they have their own limitations. While Zelda Breath of the Wild is dope and I can climb whatever I want and fly wherever I want and essentially go wherever I want.
Big 3D world.
There are giant fucking pits on the outskirts of the map that prevent me from going any further.
You just keep.
And it's like I want to vote third party, but it's like trying to play StarCraft and Overwatch. Right now we're playing a two-party system. Mm-hmm. And in my head, for me personally, and I'm not saying to anybody else, however you voted, I'm glad you
at least went out and voted.
Right. That's the biggest thing. People say like, oh,
because still there's
vote, but then they're mad when you don't vote the way
over 100 million people or around 100 million people didn't vote that are of age and registered to vote. I looked it up. The stats was about 240 million registered voters in the United States. That leaves about 100 million that are either not registered or too young to vote. And what was the final stats? It was 70 and like 65, so that's 135 million people that voted.
And that's still record numbers compared to...
Exactly. Isn't that weird?
That's fucking nuts to me.
That's record numbers.
Well, it's because many of us, myself included, I mean, and granted, this was 10 years ago when I was, just fresh out of high school, going to college, shit like that. I didn't give a fuck about politics.
Right.
But politics didn't mean as much to me because I was born and raised in Oxford, Michigan. It's a small suburban, rural town. Under 10,000 people, under probably 5,000 people, to be frank with you. I didn't know much outside of my town. Like, that's all I knew. My first foray into music was actually being a studio rat at a hip-hop studio down in Pontiac.
Oh, really?
So imagine going from...
That's cool.
Imagine going from cul-de-sac, playing video games. The worst thing you were doing was taking, the teeniest swig of vodka when your friend's dad went to sleep, that was the worst I ever, dude. The first time I ever got drunk, I was 17 and it was the summer I was about to go off to college. I was I was overprotective, or overprotected. I'm sorry. In ways. But I was also timid and kept to myself because of other factors.
So overprotected by your parents. Was it more like your mom or your dad?
Well, so my dad was always the boundary pusher until he became Catholic. My dad and my relationship was actually pretty okay, all things considered, until he became Catholic, and then we kind of started having our...
What was he before that? Just didn't really
give a fuck. Yeah, no.
Didn't really have any beliefs?
No, he claimed he was Catholic because he married my mom in their Catholic church.
Yeah, that's about as far as he went with it.
Yeah,
then one day he's like, no, I believe this now.
Yeah, no, I don't want to put his business out there.
No, yeah.
Him and I don't speak.
No, that's just weird how that happens.
But yeah,
with
he
people.
was a complete. My mom was especially, but still is. I'm good. Pretty straight laced. my mom hardly drinks. I saw her drunk once in my life, so it's not like I had a alcoholic mother or anything. And the one time my mom did drink, she had a hangover for 2 days. And I think that's why I never drank, because one, my dad was always drinking Beck's, which as far as beers go, for a refined palate, I think Beck's is pretty good. Like I enjoy a Beck's nowadays.
Right.
But like back then, oh my God, just taking a swig of that, it was like the worst tasting fucking thing ever.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. I'll drink beer like more as like a social thing.
So yeah. But there was tons of deterrents to just like not drink, and like I was going to like Weird Al concerts and shit when I was growing up. So
that would be cool. That'd be a fun.
We say that, but kids my age, well, our age back then, weren't as kind. My friend and I got made fun of quite a bit, but I had like one solid best friend that was my ride or die for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Girls came in the way of that eventually, but
it's like, how can you not like Weird Al though? Like, come on, man.
Bro, my first concerts were Weird Al. I got
Al was like your first concert too?
Well, I got like two trees. So like I went to shows with my dad. So like there were those shows, and then there were like my shows I went to with my friends. Now obviously the ones I went to with my friends were more like traditional show experiences, because I didn't have my dad barking orders and making sure that we were.
But those are probably more later on in life. I'm sure if you went, how old were you at your first concert?
Well, I saw Linkin Park when they were touring on Meteora, if that tells you anything. So 2004, I was 12. That was like my second concert, I want to say.
12. Damn. Yeah. I was late in the game on concerts, but
you were later than that, because I always feel late.
I was 18, I think, when I got to go to my first concert. I was
were.
Always a huge metal fan and listened to all the CDs and stuff, but I was never able to go to a concert until I was like, because it was Mayhem Fest 2008.
I was there.
You were there?
I was there. I was there for almost every single one of those Mayhem festivals except for like the last couple.
Well, now I'm drawing a blank right now on who the headliners were for that one in 08.
Was that the one? I
think Lamb of God.
So
or was that Ozfest 07? Because I went to Ozfest.
Okay, so
I get them confused because there was 07 and 08.
Well, and both could be right, because Lamb of God was on.
I know I've seen them.
Well, they were on Ozfest, I'm pretty sure, around that time. I'm pretty sure they were also on that. Were they on that Gigantour as well with In Flames and Children of Bodom and Megadeth? And
no, that was supposed to be recent.
No, there was another one.
Oh, there was another one?
There was way back when. This was at DT.
Oh, yeah, because I was supposed to have Trivium, I think, with In Flames, was it?
Yeah, it was, dude. It was like In Flames, Bodom, Megadeth. Like, it was, I want to say Lamb of God might have played that. But, here's the one that the question I always used to figure it out. Was Five Finger Death Punch in the parking lot or on the?
Yes, that's okay. I always say that too.
Okay, because they were in the parking lot in 08, and then they played the main stage in 09.
Yeah,
how I remember that is everyone hates on them now.
But back then, dude,
The Way of the
Fist
is one of my top 5 metal albums of all time. Like,
White Knuckles is a really good fucking
that's
song.
My favorite song. Yeah. Especially that, like, I remember it was raining up until that point.
Yeah.
Like, Suicide
I got
Silence.
a picture of me and my now wife freaking like that. I got my hair's all wet and shit. Dude, that's funny, isn't it?
Cool. So I remember Suicide Silence played on the left stage, and it was raining, like downpouring. And I remember this was my first time seeing Suicide Silence. And I'm in a deathcore band, kind of, so I know I'm going to get a ton of shit for this. But I remember looking at Suicide Silence and going, man, these guys suck. Like, I was just not into it. But,
damn.
I was listening to, like my first, like, bands I listened to were, like, Alice in Chains. And then, like, the first band I got into that I found myself was, like, Linkin Park. And then it was Slipknot. And then it was...
Linkin Park? That's, like, kind of how you started on, like, bands?
Screaming in general. Or in particular. Music with screaming in it.
Okay.
Because at that point, I had just heard, like...
Mine was Slipknot, so...
Bro,
as far as, like, heavy heavy metal shit.
And see, most people like laugh at that, but like when that came out, dude, that was one of the most aggressive, like especially for a band that was relatively like mainstream. Like My Plague was on the Resident Evil soundtrack.
Okay, so what album did you start with Slipknot?
Oh, dude, I had a burned self-titled.
Oh, you had it burned? Yeah, right.
I didn't know what any of the tracks were, so like surfacing was like fuck it all on my computer, and like I think I got Spit It Out right only because I knew that's what they were saying right there.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't know what any of the fucking songs were. I just knew it was the heaviest fucking thing I had heard. And then I was more into like I remember like loving Limp Bizkit, but it was mainly because he cussed so fucking much and my mom hated it.
Dude,
so cussing and drinking pop were like the banes of my mom's existence for me. So those were my two favorite fucking things growing up.
That reminds me of one of my mom. We were at Meijer. I specifically remember I said, I want this CD, and it was Limp Bizkit hot dog flavored water. And she was like, okay, put it in the cart. She didn't look at it, and it was the parental advisory one. So later on, me and my brother, we had like a room where we had desks and like a bunch of our crap in there. So we're in there, we put it on the little CD player, and then fuck. Oh, that's all it was coming out, you know, right.
It starts with that intro, and then it goes into hot dog, where it's just fucked up titties on a fucked up chest. Like,
oh, dude, she stormed in that fucking room like, what is this? I was like, you bought it for us. I asked you to buy it. You bought it for us. Bro, I'm taking this back. You'll get it when you're 18. That's what she said. When you're 18. I'm like, dude, that's like a long time.
So I had a workaround. So my dad's mom, my grandma Bev, she was married 3 times.
I have an Aunt Bev.
She was married 3 times, divorced 3 times. The last one was a fucking like business tycoon. So like she just worked as a secretary to just fucking keep busy and just had all this fucking money sitting around. So what did she do? She was told she had to quit smoking cigarettes to see her grandchild. That was me. So she did, and she just spoiled my brother and I rotten because of it, because she just had all this fucking money and had nothing to do with it. Lakefront property on Lake Orion in Lake Orion, Michigan. You ever been there?
Yep.
The mercury levels are super high, so you can't eat the fish. But in terms of like, well, you shouldn't really swim in it either, but like boating on it and like just looking at it, being over on it for like the 4th of July, there's nothing that beats it. But yeah, so my grandma used to buy me that shit because she wouldn't care if she can't even read parental advisory.
That's too small.
Like she can barely see that the color's different. So like, what does she care?
Yeah.
And even if she could tell, like, dude, do you remember Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She bought us that. The guy tried to talk her out of it at Blockbuster because we went to Blockbuster Video to do it.
Yeah. Dude loved it.
My brother was like between 6 and 8, so that would have made me between like 9 and like 12-ish. No, it was probably he was probably like 5 or 6. It had, because it was like in the N64's like prime. And I remember this dude just going hard on my grandma, like, are you sure you want to get this for your grandkids? Like, I know it's got a squirrel on it.
I know it's got a squirrel on it.
Grandma just went off on this dude. Just like, who the fuck are you to assume that I don't know what is good for my grandchildren? Wrap it up or I'm never coming here again. And just screams at this dude. Bro, Grandma went ham on this guy. And this may be part of the reason why my father, my brother, and I subsequently yell, because we're all kind of loudspeakers.
Yeah.
That's a genetic thing, I think.
Dude, that's funny. That's funny. It's funny when older people go off like that, because they just give no fucks. They're like, I've been here this long. I really don't fucking care.
It is, but I work in retail with adults with special needs. So when people think they can pull that crap
special needs or something else, that's a different.
No,
I'm just saying, like, old people, they're like, you know what?
No, what I'm saying is old people come into Kroger and talk to adults with special needs who work there, who are clearly like of the bagger cashier persuasion.
Yeah.
trying to speak to them about things like layout of the store. And it's just it's disgusting.
What do you mean by what they try to speak to them about?
So we're
layout of the
remodeling.
store?
We're remodeling. Well, not we, because I'm not associated with Kroger. I have to say that so nobody gets in trouble. So Kroger
if
is,
they're like remodeling,
they're in the process of doing a remodel. So I'm gonna basically give you a basic layout of the store with my hands here.
Okay.
All
right.
So on the southern entrance, the building goes from north to south, kind of like this in a shopping center.
Okay.
Over here on the south entrance is the actual entrance into the building. That's where the bottle room used to be. There's a new third entrance that's on the opposite side of the exit where the new bottle room is.
Yeah.
But there's a door that separates the main store from the bottle room. So customers are supposed to go in and out from the outside.
Okay.
This gentleman came into the store and started screaming at a individual that is disabled or has a disability, I'm sorry, about the layout of the store.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't work for Kroger. So at the end of the day, it's not really my place to say anything in that regard. But at the same time, Kroger also has very strict policies about not talking back to people when they're rude to them. Like, they can get in serious trouble for that. So I sometimes take...
So they're just not supposed to
They're
engage?
No. So I typically take it upon myself on my own volition to even the playing field.
Right.
So hypothetically, if that person were mad about the layout of the bottle room and mad that they had to walk outside, I may or may not have gone in there and popped open all of the doors so none of the machines were running and claimed to have been cleaning them all and made him wait an extra 10 minutes before he could return his bottles.
It's full.
Hypothetically. They were all working 5 minutes ago. I don't know, man. They're not now.
They're full. Hold on.
Well, the cool thing about
I used to have to do that as a Code 100 at Walmart. I
Well-
had to do the bottle room and all that shit.
Well, in these
Cart pushing.
these new machines, all you gotta do is just pop that door open or like open the door to where the bins go, and the whole machine will like just shut down until you press a reset button. But the reset button is on a touchscreen that only shows up when like the computer door is closed, but the bin door is open. So unless you have all of these specific conditions correct, it's just going to read messed up. So I was like, I don't know, man, if you can get it fixed, if you can get it running. So this guy is just sitting there flinging doors. I'm like, I don't know, man, I guess I can give it a look at it. He's getting all pissed off. 10 minutes go by. I can get all situated. He starts yelling at me. I was like, okay, see, now this was what I was waiting for.
Right.
I was waiting for you to take this tone with somebody who isn't a bagger or a cashier on stuff that has nothing to do with them.
Right.
Like that's the worst part about it is if you see someone bagging your groceries, it's foolish to assume that complaining to them about executive level things about your local grocery store, it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, no.
You're literally talking to a brick wall because even if they could tell management what's going on, what's management going to do? Bagger comes up, oh yeah, customer said that the layout of the store is bullshit. Manager's gonna go,
okay,
all right, like what? See,
senseless arguments.
Well, see, and that's the duality of it. Is the whole like admiring the give no F's attitude is great and all. I used to do that too until someone like that was running our country and other negative aspects of human nature.
That's the damn problem. Why don't we get some younger people up in? I mean, like just some youngers running for
because we don't
president.
have money. We're voting. We're trying.
There was plenty of them running for the Democratic Party that I would have voted for too.
But we're trying.
Of course, I didn't know all of their platforms. So that Andrew Yang, he was like really innovative.
He made a lot of good points, but the problem is he automatically jumped to we need to give Americans $1,000 a month or something.
Oh, I know, like helicopter and shit everywhere all the time, which is like monetary income or whatever, because he's preparing for a robotic future.
And I'm not like,
where like a lot of factories just gonna have robots start doing
which
shit.
he's not necessarily wrong about, because that's how factories are nowadays.
Right. So then what do you do with all these people for work? Like if you're inventing stuff to like replace them, like, well, what do they do?
The problem is, and this isn't a shot to you because I know you have children, we still praise having kids as this positive thing always, regardless of circumstance. And I'm not going to say that you having your kids wasn't a positive effect on your life.
I know the whole argument.
But yeah, the overpopulation aspect of it, like it has me,
it's real.
Me always thinking
it's fucking
like,
real.
And I do want at least one eventually.
Right.
But at the same time, I also have that fear, like,
no, that's
what am I doing?
That's one of those things that I'd have to be a hypocrite about, or like eat my crow soup, because I think about it too. Like, yeah, world's overpopulated, but here I am, like, no, I'm gonna have another one.
Well, but here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Here's the problem with humanity.
No, you should adopt. Everybody should be like adopting first.
And I kind of agree, but you can't take the biology aspect out of it.
I know, but you should. That's what you should do.
But you can't.
That's what you should do.
No, because
you should go adopt.
You should.
And you want to go into the theory of overpopulation.
Well, I am going to say on record here that if you are a pro-lifer, I highly recommend you look into adopting a child that's already born into the foster care system.
There you go.
Be a part of the solution, not the problem, please.
There you go.
But at the same time, like I said, you can't take the biology out of it. Because
it's hard.
Women still want to feel that nurturement that comes from carrying a child, regardless of if they're in a good place or not. Like, it's sometimes instinct overtakes rational thought, because I don't know, at the end of the day, I was taught evolution, so I still kind of believe evolution to a bit, and I think that everything we do as human beings boils down to an animalistic and or environmental stimulant. I think we're primal at best, but then outside stimuli mold us, whereas some people can view as hating people simply due to a amount of melanin in other people's skin as a reason to hate them is acceptable.
Yeah, I mean that's taught. That's not. You learn that from outside stimuli. That's not something you're born with. No.
You know, and how I know that, and this is what's hilarious, is my father, white man, just cisgendered white man. He lived in Hawaii back in the 70s. For his 7th and 8th grade years, I want to say. Okay. And he used to tell me these stories about how...
That would be cool to live there.
Well, yeah, if you're native Hawaiian back then. If you're native Hawaiian back then, it was awesome to live there. But if you were Actually, I don't even think it was just strictly with Caucasians. I think it was if you looked anything different than like Pacific Islander, they would be racist towards you. Like, for white people, they would call them haoles.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be cool then, but might be cool now.
Probably a super dope now. Probably not so much then. But at the same time, you also needed at least an annual net income of like $1 million to have residents out there. And his stepfather was like doing it. So, he was also beating them, but he was doing it in the business world.
Yeah.
So
you could always go to Alaska and just don't they still pay you to live there? Don't you get like more in taxes?
I actually don't know anything about that. I have
I've
people in my life that live in Alaska, but I've never thought to ask him or his fiance about that. That's interesting.
No, I think you get either like more back in your taxes or something. But yeah, that's what I've always been told. So it's one of those things but my dad tells me that. My dad's got a lot of like dad facts. And then like you go fact check it later and you're like
spam,
this guy was like way off.
Like SPAM stands for special processed alien meat.
Yes.
Dad, is there anything you don't know? No, I know most stuff.
I know most stuff. I know most stuff.
That's a How I Met Your Mother line. I can't take too much credit for that.
But it's true though. It's true. It's gonna be me, and it's gonna be like,
For-
I'm okay.
Well, for me, it was my grandfather who taught me all that stuff.
But see, we got phones now to where we can just be like, oh, you want to know? Like, I can just look it up for you real quick, like how a dolphin breathes or something like that.
Yeah, sometimes you do just want to have like a.
Okay, yeah, we can. All right.
What about a toilet?
No, we'll take a quick little break right here. She needs to know where the bathroom is.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't want to like interrupt. Sorry.
it's
good.
babe. It's right there.
It's right
I know, but I didn't want to. I wasn't gonna like, you know.
You want to use that one?
It's fine. I just knew you guys were just talking, so I just pulled up a picture. Did you see what I did?
What?
I pulled up a picture.
I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm like looking at her phone, and I thought she like broke her screen or something. I thought that's what, cause like the way the different shades of white between the toilet and like the screen background. I thought she like
warm now.
cracked her screen. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
Oh yeah. No, shattered screen's the worst.
I have a. Oh. I just now see that she texted me a half hour ago, but my phone
Oh my
slipped
God.
down.
How can I get their attention?
Yeah. Well, cause so
Honestly, you probably could have went and nobody would have known. Maybe you would have.
I would have, but I think
it just
her,
happened to look out. I seen this little flash. Like,
I think her having the risk of you seeing her is.
Oh,
what
well,
the
yeah,
biggest
no.
concern was.
no, I was just saying, like, I was so zoned into the conversation that
Oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
even have known.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, respect. I find it hard. It's even like, I hate it when I'm trying to at a urinal and then there's only two or something and they walk in and they're right there. I can't go.
I have.
It's fucking, I got a shy bladder.
I have a shy bladder as well. So yeah, you are preaching to the choir.
Dude, I fucking hate that shit.
Bro, so I went to Central Michigan for 4.5 years.
For
Got my bachelor's. That was my
bachelor's
I
of
went
what,
for,
general?
Yeah, just in general.
Got my bachelor's
Bullshit.
in general studies,
I got
bitch.
it in drinking marijuana and cocaine.
Drinking marijuana and cocaine, man. It's
No,
a hell of a drink.
no, I got my bachelor's in broadcasting and cinematic arts with minors in entrepreneurship and journalism. So
Wow.
I had a pretty heavy course load. But
So
that's also why I have such an interest in this sphere.
So what's the final like blam to get your degree for the filming part of it? Like, what did you have to do? Like, what was your big thing?
So
was it a film? Was it like what?
So basically, just to get I got what's known as a Bachelor of Applied Arts, which was basically the easiest way to a degree, because like the way it boils down is like a Bachelor of Applied Arts is like the minimum bachelor, and then there's like a Bachelor of Fine Arts, a Bachelor of Sciences, a Bachelor of and then I think there's just like a Bachelor of the Arts or something like that. I can't remember the exact.
Right.
So it was just like 120 something credit hours. But because I double minored, I had to pick a couple more classes up, so I would be in my classes on my long days for a lot longer than most people, just because, well, one, with the way Central's campus is lined up.
Yeah, I've delivered there for DHL. I know exactly how it is.
Okay, so my broadcasting classes are in Moore Hall,
Yep.
right? Well, then I got an entrepreneurship in entrepreneurship class in oh my God, what is that? Beddoe Hall?
Oh, Beddoe. Yeah, Beddoe.
Over there by Main Street, right there where Main Street starts on campus. So I would have to get there. Then for the journalism classes, I would have to shoot back to Moore. Then during all of this, I lived in Trout and Herrig when I lived on campus. So I was just shooting all the fuck around
all
the
over,
bro.
no loop.
There were so many days where I would like look at my schedule and realize I have 10 minutes to get out of one class and be sitting in another class, and I'm like,
And were you driving or walking or biking?
oh, I was running.
Running. No walking.
No, there was no walk, bro. And the most impressive thing of it is this was back when I was smoking cigarettes because I used to be a heavy smoker.
Okay.
And so I was always running while smoking.
Yeah, it's like I gotta get my smoke in. So here I am running.
I got 10 minutes. So what am I going to do?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it takes about 7 minutes to smoke a cigarette, and it's going to take me 9 minutes to get there if I run.
Yep.
So that gives me 7 minutes while running to smoke my cigarette, 2 minutes to get my breath back. And then hopefully sit down and have the chick who is always there like 5 minutes ahead of time fill me in on the shit that I missed within the first 5 minutes.
Right. See that was that would be the. I never went to college, but that was always the. You didn't have to worry about being late, right?
Well,
I mean, did you get attendance points for that?
Not really. It wasn't like.
See, I mean,
it wasn't
more
like
a little
that,
more
but,
like, okay, I'm a few minutes late,
well,
but
no, like you don't have to show up,
right, you don't like,
but you have to pass.
You're paying for it.
You're
You're paying for it.
Right. Well, and don't get me wrong. Like there were numerous days where like I had a fucking.
You can just get up and go to the bathroom.
Oh, I had like an intro to fucking whatever class that I was just like, I'm not going to. Because at the end of the day, all intro classes are just intro classes on how to not be hungover. So I would take like some bullshit Latin America world sciences course, which don't get me wrong, like was very interesting information. I've actually have retained a lot of it. Because I am actually one of those people that I'm naturally gifted when it comes to studies and stuff like that. So like I could.
So you're good studier, good.
I was good with books and like
memory.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just fear is a powerful tool.
Yeah. Right.
When excellence is expected, you provide excellence.
Right. There you go. Mm-hmm.
So, but then
you just kind of develop it.
But then when that person or people that are no longer demanding excellence from you or aren't around and are only around on like certain weekends and holidays and stuff for 4.5 years of your life, you kind of develop a bit of a different personality.
Right.
At the end of the day, I didn't like who I became, but I had to make those mistakes to get where I am now.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I was always like a better like test taker though. Like it's like I could study and I'd like just go right out. I'd feel like, oh man, I don't think I learned anything. And then test day comes, you get that thing in front of you, you're like, okay, I think I know the answer to this. All of a sudden it kind of comes back a little bit. You're like, okay, I do kind of know this, or like you take really good educated guesses and
a lot of it boils down to instinct. And I know we're back to that.
Yeah.
We've started the podcast with that, but it's all instinct. Most people who do bad on tests are the ones that are always sitting there second guessing themselves. Typically, if something jumps out to you right away, there's a reason. Okay?
Right.
A wrong answer isn't going to jump out at you, so why question that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing is people get in their heads. They start thinking, well, I remember seeing this in this part of the book, and it wasn't necessarily, was it about the, like, especially when it comes to like social studies and like for me, it was geometry with like, in my geometry courses, there were those sections where you had to explain, they would give you the answer. Like they would show you the problem and give you the answer, but then you had to use the theorems and the whatever to prove how you got there.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's
it's like
show your work
basically, but it's PEMDAS on a global fucking, like, it's nuts. Like it's this angle on this triangle is 45 degrees because of the law of inverted angles or whatever.
Wow.
Like that type of shit. Like that's how you would have to break it down. And that was the first ever course. I was in 10th grade. I remember this. This was the first ever course in school I actually looked at and was like, because I was in
10th grade, you're doing geometry?
10th grade, I was doing geometry.
10th grade, I think I was like integrated math still.
Okay. Well, now see,
But a lot of that's because I started not going.
I always went, and like I said, excellence was expected.
Right.
But I never went out of my way to be an overachiever. So I was in
Right.
pre
or a show off.
I was in pre-calc. I wasn't in calc or AP or anything like that because AP was extra.
But
work.
still, to get up to that level, man, it's like, to me, it's like, damn.
Well,
you
see,
put in the work
well,
to
it
figure that
helps.
shit out.
It helps because now I can do numbers real easy, and when people need help with something, I can crunch them in my head real quick, especially in the band.
But I'm pretty
setting.
good at that. I'm pretty good at that, though.
Well, and
I have
that's
to say.
that's what
But,
matters.
like I handle like the budget and stuff for us now. I'm like good with numbers that way. Maybe not like snap, like what's 500 times 57, whatever. I'm like, no. But numbers, figuring shit out, that's what I like doing that. I can handle that. But how does pre-calc help you with all that?
That's 18,500.
18,500.
I think is
What was it?
that
500 times 75? Did I say?
No, I thought you said 35 by 500.
Oh, 35.
35 times 500, I believe.
35 times 500. Let's see.
I believe. Nope. Oh, I was one off.
17,500.
I said 18.5.
Bang.
Damn, close. Close. I blame it on that alcohol.
Ow.
I see. Now we were talking about college. That was when I was in college. Was when that shit came out, man. I just remember. I remember being the Abercrombie fucking like.
Oh, you were wearing a hand. You wore that shit.
I did. Well, I was from suburbia, and I was a relatively quiet.
Hollister days,
bro.
popping the collar.
Bro, but I had maybe like 8 people I was really good friends with in high school, and a bunch of people I was just cool with because I kept to my own and just kind of like pandered to them.
Kind of the same way.
Really like I'll be straight up. I pandered to them. Like I wasn't responding in a way that I thought was cool. I was responding in what I felt that they thought would be cool.
With the 8 friends that you're close with, or the people that you're just cool with?
The people I was just cool with.
Yeah. You just
kind of pander to them.
Yeah, you jive.
Yeah.
You jive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jive.
Yeah, jive.
Yeah, but I also don't care like that you fucking have a dip in your lip after just giving blood and you got a monster high and you're about to go back to 5th hour. Like
that's when they walk away. You just go, that's
Dark,
fucking
17,
Tony
17,
or whoever the fuck. That's
actually that's funny. That's what his fucking name was.
No shit.
I don't want to get more in depth, and he didn't go by that, but his shorthand, yes, that's
Tony.
shorthand for his name.
Tony, come on, Anthony.
That's fucking funny. That's funny as hell.
Shit.
Irony.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, 17-year-old me wasn't like actually okay with that. I was just like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with you? Like these dudes are like, I'm not gonna fucking drink the juice, so I'm more lightheaded when I go to class. It's like.
See, I was the exact opposite. Like, I partied so much that once we turned 21, I was like, yeah, okay, let's go to the bar. I guess let's check out that because we haven't done that yet.
See, and I waited till I was 18, but that was the problem, was because I went from not partying to partying at a college level.
Right.
So I had to.
You're like, whoa.
I had to learn a lot real quick because I had this cousin that went there, and she was a year older and way more cool than I was. Fucking used to date like this amateur UFC fighter and shit. Like,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the
factor.
The cool thing about the dude is we still keep in touch every so often. He's a fan of heavy music, so he always hits me up when something new comes out. He's like, "Oh man, this shut up, sweet." Like,
right.
It's still cool. Anywho, she used to take me to these parties, and because, like I said, I used to pander to people.
Yeah.
So
I guess.
you've been to parties like this before, haven't you? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And not saying that she was doing a lot of this raunchy shit, but it was a lot of this stuff that was going on was stuff that
never really.
I saw maybe on the Spice Channel once when Pops had fallen asleep on the couch with it on,
or late at night when Girls Gone Wild comes on.
Right,
All
that
the
was
stupid
about
paid infomercials. Girls Gone Wild.
like those like HBO soft cores where they would show them at like 1:30
Oh
in the morning.
yeah. Rarely when we had the HBO.
Right. Yeah, I rarely had it. I always had to go to my buddy's place.
Yeah.
That's where we were sipping our
Had to-
medicine fucking thing full of vodka,
Yeah,
mixing it with Dr. Pepper.
yeah. I'd have to go to my damn cousins just to get Cartoon Network, man.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah. Like,
So
we
were you a
didn't-
Nickelodeon kid, or did you just not have any of it?
Oh no, it was Nickelodeon.
Okay.
More than Disney. Disney always just seemed a little more like, hey, I don't know.
My best friend growing up had no cable whatsoever.
Right.
So whenever we wanted to watch something on TV, we would go to my place. However, if we wanted to just eat shitty food and fucking play video games till all hours of the night, we would go to his place. So it was
Right.
like a nice toss up. Like we both kind of had like
Yeah.
a little bit of freedom or something here or there that the other person didn't have.
Yeah.
And I come to think of it, like there's not going to be a single child now really that doesn't grow up with some sort of streaming service.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't it crazy?
Like it was back then where you could have kids you went to school with that didn't have cable. It was unusual typically. Because, like, I remember thinking like that when I first met my friend. It's like, dude, this kid's fucking weird. Like, his family doesn't have cable.
Yeah, right.
How do they
Yeah,
know
what the fuck?
How do they know what's going on? Like,
Yeah, no. I remember a lot of times we would just be waking up to go into like Channel 8, Fox or whatever, and we'd watch like Power Rangers and stuff like that on Saturdays and shit.
see, and
Like we were huge into Power Rangers.
it's hilarious because
We've seen them live. There's a Civic Center like 8 blocks away. That's still there. They just updated it. That we went and seen Power Rangers live, and like you watched it, right? Or no?
okay, so
Or do you know anything about it?
I am fairly aware in most things nerd.
So like
if
the
I haven't
bad
seen
guys were all like dressed in gray and stuff, and they had the weird faces.
Well, yeah. So like I know like the shit like because I'm huge into.
Well, let me make my point real quick because
Okay.
it ends right there. They came out into the crowd and went through like the seats.
You're talking
Yeah.
Zed's guys.
Yeah, just
Okay.
the stupid ones that would just they'd beat up and they'd be gone. Well, they came out into the audience, right, and they're like going through like the stands and everything, like right by you. My brother, freaking shit. No.
So it was out here. You said you lived in Bay City before, so
No, I lived here in Holland. This is where I was born. I was born at the hospital. It's like 10 blocks away.
Okay.
And then lived here until I was like a freshman in high school. And then I moved to Bay City to live with my dad. And then I went to high school there, met my wife there in high school. And then, like I said, we pulled the trigger to move back here just because of work. Because like we mentioned earlier about minimum wage and all that. I was doing janitorial there for minimum wage. She said, "Oh, I'll give you $8." Because it was minimum wage was like $7.50 or
Right.
something. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm doing $8 an hour,
Thanks.
and I have now over doubled my pay doing the same work. So that's why I moved over to this side of the state.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a whole lot of sense. Her and I are looking at getting a place eventually. Probably not. It's not gonna be this year. Maybe next year. The year after, I don't know. We're gonna see. We're just watching things.
Getting like a house or like
Getting a house, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You're gonna go buy, enter that whole game.
Yeah. Well,
One
I mean,
quick tip on buying: don't keep cash in a safe. Keep it in your bank account.
makes sense.
Because if you go and deposit, they won't. You have to wait 3 months after a big deposit because they have to. Who knows where it came from? Could have been like drug money. Could have been whatever money. That's seriously. That's
Well, not
because we
anymore.
kept ours in a safe, and they're like for our down payment, and they said we have to wait 3 months after depositing it. I'm like, you kidding me?
But what if I can like prove that I'm out the drug game?
Right? No, dude, they don't care. They don't care. Any deposit has to clear for like
What if-
3 months.
what
I
if
don't
I-
know why.
What if I tell them I'm good now? Like,
Yeah, I'm good, man. I did my time.
I never done no time.
No, me either.
Almost been arrested
Me
twice,
either.
but never done any time.
You never been put in cuffs?
Never. Well,
You ever
no,
rode
never.
it? You ever rode in the back of a cop car?
I've been in the back of a cop
You
car.
ever rode in it?
Never rode in it.
Dude, I
I've been
rode in it one time. It was fun.
I've been in it, and it wasn't very fun. But
No, my situation was stupid.
well,
I
they
don't know
got
about
me.
yours.
They got me with an illegal search and seizure.
Oh, bastards. So they cuffed you to detain you?
Well, because the search and seizure was
Yeah.
illegal, and they found a small hint of marijuana in the car.
Ooh. Oh, so terrible.
Well, they gave me the option because the reason why they pulled me over was because they thought I didn't belong because I was in a rich neighborhood.
Oh.
Cutting through in my old beat up Pontiac Aztek. And they had a bunch of car hop incidents. You ever heard of that term?
Car hop incidents, no.
So car hopping is the term, is what they call when people go around breaking into vehicles and stealing shit out of them.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, car hopping. All right.
But they thought because I was like 20 years old and was driving this beat to shit car at 3 o'clock in the morning through this neighborhood, they automatically assumed it was me. And how I know that was, one, they made the mistake of telling me that
And where is this at again?
in my hometown.
Oh, so this is in Oxford.
Yeah, this was in Oxford.
Okay.
My other time I almost was in trouble with the law was in Mount Pleasant, but that's a whole other story that I'll get to after this because I feel like I need to tell that story finally officially to the world. Dude, I have friends that tell that story still to this day.
All right.
But anywho, so how I know these guys got me on this car hopping shit and how like I knew that they knew they fucked up was the fact that there was 2 sheriffs that got me.
Okay.
One right after another. They shined their flashlights on me. They did illegal U-turns in the subdivision entrance that I was pulling out of to chase after me. I had done nothing wrong at this point
Nothing.
to pull me over. Nothing.
Right.
I was technically
No
I
light
was,
out. No
light.
license plate out. Your license plate light was
There
out.
was literally no probable cause to pull me over, only other to the fact that my eyes were probably red because I had smoked 2 hours prior.
Yeah.
But it was also 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I typically always get up at 7 or 8 o'clock, so I was dead fucking tired too.
Right.
Like that could also been it. But that was literally the only probable cause they had.
Right.
The reason I didn't fight it was because they actually knew that they fucked up, and they gave me the option of taking me home, and then me and my parents can come back and get my car, even though I wasn't still high.
Right.
So they took me home. It was the lesser of 2 evils for sure, because if my parents would have had to bail me out of jail,
Right. No.
bad news bears.
No.
But the second run-in with the law,
Bad news bears.
second run-in with the law, my 20th birthday up in Mount Pleasant. This first weekend being in our new townhouse right off campus.
Mm-hmm.
Got my buddies up. We're about to fucking party it up. I got this old sectional from my grandma's house for this apartment. We had it fucking made up in this apartment. I was living with 3 other guys I'd been living with for a while. First weekend, had my 2 friends from home up. I mixed, I think it was like Captain Morgan and Monster.
Monster?
But like the fucking...
Captain Morgan used to be our drink. That's what we all used to
But the
always
yellow tropical Monster, the Tropico or whatever the fuck it was.
drink. All right.
The combination was pretty good because
The spice and the...
well, I liked the fact that the rum was kind of masked more by the intensity of the energy drink.
Okay.
Plus, you got to remember, this was also the year after they banned those Four Locos.
Oh, okay.
The original Four Locos.
Right, yeah.
So we were still wilding out trying to get that sort of sensation. Like the goal, I'm not shitting you, dude. The goal at college was to get fucked up. And
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I don't glorify that. I actually regret it immensely. I wish I would have actually paid attention to my studies looking back on it now at 29.
Right.
But that was the goal from 18 to 22, 23 was to get fucked up.
Right.
And we did it well. But so I did this. I poured it in a water bottle. I didn't make it 2 blocks away from my place. A voice from the shadows comes out of this fucking tree. Like, hey, what you got in that water bottle? And it was in my back pocket.
Really?
Campus PD. So it wasn't like actual cops. It was campus PD.
Right.
Thank God. So my man walks up. My buddies just keep going. I'm like, just keep going. Just keep going. Like, I'm just like whispering to them, like trying to, because they didn't have anything on them visibly. Like I had the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I had the water bottle in my back pocket. So I was going to take the heat no matter what, because none of us were of age at this time.
Yeah.
The worst I was going to get was a minor in possession and probably have to do
MIP
some. Yeah, it's going to be on my record. Pay a fine, be thrown out after you turn 21.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
That type of shit. Which
kind of harmless, kind of.
But at
it ain't going to stain you forever.
Right, but as somebody who comes from suburbia, like I said, who was sheltered as fuck.
Yeah, you're like, fuck.
Dude, I thought I was dead.
Yeah, dude.
So anywho,
end of the world, dude.
This cop got to the point of having my license in his hand, writing the ticket out. And I'm an atheist, agnostic, kind of. Like,
okay.
I'm not like blatantly like there is no God, but I'm kind of just like, I don't know if there is a God, but I'm not going to put my eggs in that basket.
I believe it's more of like an energy.
But anywho, by some divine intervention, this random drunk motherfucker starts flipping this cop off. I don't know this guy. Never seen him before. Never saw him again.
Yeah.
Starts going, fuck you, pig. Fuck 5-0. Like, just screaming at this cop.
Damn.
This is back in, like, 2011. Like, we dislike cops, but it wasn't, like, to how it is now. So, like, just the fact that, and it was just some frat boy dude. Like, just some random frat boy dude. Oh, fuck you, pig. Cop's like, hey, my man, come here. I want to talk to you. Come here, my man. I want to talk to you. He turns around, looks at me. Stay there. Come here, my man. Takes off after this dude when this guy starts running.
Damn.
My buddies do a lap. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, fuck. It's like, well, he's got my license.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have where I live in Mount Pleasant on it, but he can send it to my house. Like, I'm going. That's actually worse in my head because it's like if I take off, he's going to send it. My parents are going to get a hold of it, and I can't handle it myself. So my buddies do a lap. I'm like, keep going. They come back around. This cop's been gone by like 20 minutes at this point. So I pull out some spirits. Have a spirit. Have another spirit. I'm drinking out of this water bottle that he left me with.
No shit. Like, what the fuck's going on?
My buddies are like talking to me. I was like, just go back to the apartment. I'll meet you there when all this is done, hopefully.
Yeah.
If I text you 911, it means I'm going away and I won't have my phone. So, like, I can't do nothing. Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't know. I'm from suburbia. And cop comes back. He goes, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. And he's all out of breath like Seth Rogen from Superbad. He's the fastest kid alive. He's the fastest kid alive. He comes back. He's like, I got good news and bad news. What do you want first? I was like, well, officer, all things considered, I could use some good news.
Yeah, right.
He goes, well, you're not getting an MIP this evening. That's the good news. I said, oh, shit.
Okay.
Well, what's the bad news?
You lost your license.
He did.
Mother.
My man was such a G, though. He even took me back to the area where he thought he lost it and was still going to let me go home if we found it.
Damn. Wait.
Well, according to his word. And I was taking him at his word because he seemed like he was just
seemed
trying
like
to,
a good,
he wasn't like,
he's all right.
He wasn't busting my balls. Like he asked what I was doing. I said, it's my birthday. Got a year till I can do this legally. It's welcome weekend. Like I'm trying to go out and have a good time with my friends. He's like, well, unfortunately, you going out and having a good time with your friends is against the law, and I have to.
It's against the law.
And I
no good times are to be had.
Well, when you're 20 and drinking, yeah.
Right.
I mean, in his defense, I had a bright yellow liquid in a fucking Aquafina bottle. So to be fair,
He must like lemonade.
yeah, to be fair, it's not like I was throwing it's not like I was like a kid in fucking high school who would sneak the fucking peach schnapps or the peach vodka in the water bottle into the fucking football games.
Right.
I wasn't that smart.
No, I was always more about weed than alcohol for me. But that's why I said, alcohol for me is more of like a social thing. Get a decent buzz going, but I don't like getting all fucked up.
Well, I mean, I was
like me and fucking Tim and that goddamn blood bag.
Jesus, dude.
I was pre-gaming hard as fuck before that.
I don't partake. When I saw
in the
him,
blood bag.
yeah, no. When I saw him with convalescence and he was in his fucking
prime blood bag phase.
Yeah, well, no, he had his goddamn patient gown on.
Yeah,
and just passing that thing around, and that was even before.
That's what we both wore, too.
Bro, but here's my thing, and nothing against musicians. I am a musician. I know where I've been, and I'm not lying about where I've been. I'm not passing around a bag of fucking wine that 8 other motherfucking sweaty, dirty, grimy motherfuckers have put their godforsaken mouths on. And when I know 2 of the 4 of them lost their toothbrushes 2 dates into the tour.
And still haven't bought one.
Right.
You can buy them for like $1.
Bro. Have you seen
the travel ones?
Have you seen the Walk With Me in Hell thing from Lamb of God?
No.
That's the DVD they put out in 2007.
I have a Philadelphia Live DVD for them.
20 minutes into it, Mark Morton's like, it's day 3 and I can't find my toothbrush. Just like talking to the camera. He's like,
tour confessions.
Randy cut his foot off. Rock and roll. And then they get in there. And then they get in there and the radio dude's like, all right, so Lamb of God, Mark and Andy's. They're like,
all right.
It's Randy. It's Randy actually. He goes, Randy. And then Randy Blythe's just like, welcome to the morning zoo with Mark and Andy.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. It was always like with, you're partying with your friends or something. Everyone's passing around the bottle and shit. It's like, I'm like, ugh.
Bro, I
was peer pressured so many times into doing it, so I did it.
But see, I got sick.
I'm like,
I got sick off the beer bong at college, so
I'm not a beer chugger. I can't do the bongs. I can't do any of that.
But see, that's the same fucking concept because you got this fucking funnel taped to this plastic hose that you got people just sucking their faces on. It's the same thing with that blood bag, except now you got.
But with the blood bag, you got because people are drunk, so they're gonna put their mouth on it. But honestly, you really don't have to.
Well, and nothing against
you can just hold it there and just.
Well, right, but even
But nobody's gonna follow that.
No,
you're drunk,
especially when you're getting shit faced. Especially at something like Michigan Metal Fest.
Oh yeah.
Most of us were just fucking pumped that we got to play with Hatebreed.
But it doesn't. Yeah. See, that was the second time I played with Hatebreed.
Okay. See, that was my first.
So the first time we were direct openers. Me and my old band, which was just a 2-piece Stereotype. We played at Harpo's. We did the whole scam ticket thing with that fucker that ran out of there, where it was basically whoever sells the most plays the latest. That's kind of how it was when we were.
Was that when they were doing shows on like the platforms, like they were doing the local bands on the platforms?
No. We played on main stage.
Okay.
Yep. No, we played on the main stage. And I didn't meet Jamie, but we got to meet the rest of the band. And I was like, I told my guitarist, I was like, dude, I'm fucking handing them one of our CDs, bro. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to hand it over. Dude, I think it was the drummer. He was not very receptive to any of it. Like, he was it kind of almost seemed like he was like, why are these people back here?
Well,
which is, okay. That was my takeaway from that, but I was like, still like, I'm handing you my fucking demo. Like, I don't care what's going on. Maybe you're going to throw it in the trash can. I don't care because what am I going to do with it? Sell it for $5? Like, here, this is worth $5 to get it in your guys' hand.
Well, see, and maybe
it was an off day. I'm not here to trash anybody, but
you've been on tour, right?
Fuck no.
You've never been on tour?
I've been on a mini tour like 3 days, but
okay, so
that's not a tour.
By day 3, were you guys still in like that honeymoon, like everything's fun bag where like you guys?
No,
were just
see,
enjoying?
our experience was day 3. The show sucked ass, so we were just like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's end. And it's done.
How was day 2?
Day 2 was fun.
Okay, now see.
Day 1 was fun. Day 2 was fun.
Okay,
day 3
so,
sucked because it was a Sunday night and nobody
well,
was
yeah,
there.
that's Sundays for you, but
right.
Most of the time, I say that you can't really gauge what touring is like until you've been on at least a run of 7 or more days.
Right. No, you can't.
Mainly because you don't feel completely out of your comfort zone until you've been away from everything that you hold for granted for that long.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I know I seem real personable, but I'm a very I'm an extroverted introvert, really at the core. I love my bandmates, and they're all like family to me. Even our merch girl Cass, who is Max's girlfriend, is great. Like all of us touring together it works, you know.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
That's a big important part is being able to like. Maybe this guy is good, but can you guys tour together?
But I'm someone who. I like my alone time.
Right.
And that's nothing against anybody else.
No, yeah.
That's just how I am. I like being able to zone out in my own little world and just worry about things that I want to worry about for a little bit.
Whether that's video games or
predominantly video games or watching a show or something.
Right.
Just I need my me time to do what I feel I want to do.
No.
You know?
Yeah. You need that.
And
everybody should have.
And I take a little bit more than most people, I think, but also with my day job, working customer service on top of
customer service can wear you down.
Well, I'm bridging the gap between your average Joe off the street and an adult who needs some support to maintain their employment is always just super, super, super heavy on you. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, no, I've worked for customer service. For me, it's been like I worked at a Wendy's. I worked at Tim Hortons Cold Stone.
Okay.
So it was both of them. And I also worked at Walmart, like I said, as a cart pusher. And then I moved to inventory management, worked in the back room on third shift, which was all right for a while. But third shift kind of starts to fucking wear on you, dude.
Yeah, I don't like second or third shift.
No, dude. Well, fuck second. I'll do third over second. What about you?
I don't know, man.
No? You'd take second over third shift? Third shift, you can still have a life. Third shift, you can get out of work, you can go home and sleep, and you can get up at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and be like, I still have time to do everything I want.
Right.
But you got to wait all day to go to work. But I feel like it's the same thing on second shift as I'm just waiting to go to work, and I hate that feeling.
Yeah, if it boiled down to it, I would take third shift over second shift. But also, I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I'm like looking into getting a house is I want like stability. I like a 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah, the house. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the whole like 9 to 5 type idea.
You like 9 to 5? You
I
like that?
I do. I like it.
I don't like it.
I like the.
I work 5 a.m. to 1 p.m.
That wouldn't be too bad either. My ideal shift would be like 7 to 3.
7 to 3 is a good happy medium.
But
and it's exactly in the middle. So
I work 8:15 to 4:45 on my longest days. Okay. So it's still not too bad. I still get it out with enough time to do stuff, you know. I
mean, I see the advantages, like, you know, working like a 9 to 5 would be like, well, I can stay up later. You know,
but I don't even do that. I just like, for me, I like getting up around like, you know, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, having my coffee. You know, it used to be coffee and cigarettes. Now it's just coffee.
Right. So you like to have that time in the morning to like get up, get going, you know, do you like, you know, not a ritual, but you know, your process. Like my wife does, like she gets everything out. Like she's got her bowl with her oatmeal all ready, her coffee ready, everything's ready. Me, I wake up, it takes me 15 minutes to get to work. and I wake up like 40 minutes to go. Like I just get up, get in the shower, fucking boom, 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 out the door. Like I want as much sleep as I can get because I go to bed late. I get like 5 hours of sleep a night during the week.
Okay. See, and that's,
which is bad. But
yeah, that's bad for you.
It's really bad.
That's real bad. I try to get at least 7. Well, actually, at least 6. I typically get between 6 and 7.
But see, I have so much stuff that I want to do, and I have kids, so I have to split up my time. So in order to get the stuff that I feel like I want to get done, I got to stay up to at least like 10:30 at night, and then fall asleep, get up at 4:15, and
right,
be to work by 5.
Well, and see, and that's the thing is when.
But then I have nights like last Friday where I fall asleep on the couch at 7:30, and the kids can't even wake me up. My body's like, you've had enough. You need to sleep.
They're sitting there beating on you, trying to get you up. You said you got 2, right?
Yeah, 2, 3, and like 3.5 and 1.5.
Girls, boys.
2 girls.
2 girls.
Yeah.
So are you gonna try for a 3rd one?
Yeah, I want my boy. Damn it.
So what if you don't get a boy?
If I don't get a boy, we got like another 1.5 year window before my goal is like between 50 and 52. I want them to be 18 and at least be able to move out. Like, you know, like I'm not going to force my kids to move out like right at 18 because just as the state of the world that is now, it was a lot more feasible before to go out at 18.
I was about to say it's not.
You know,
it's not nearly as feasible. Well,
it's not as feasible. Just be like, well, you're 18 now and you got a job at Wendy's. Go out and get your own apartment. Maybe if you live in Bay City where rent was $450 a month. That's how much it was for us. $450 a month to rent a 2-bedroom apartment. And I was like, cool.
Well, and that's why we need to change the narrative.
Rent here is $900 to $1,000 to like $1,200 for fucking stupid apartment complexes.
How's that mortgage looking? Not too bad.
Oh, mortgage is great when you compare it to that. My mortgage is $765 a month.
Okay.
On this, it's a 2-story house with a basement.
No, that's nice.
Big yard, big garage, $765. If I was at an apartment complex, I'd be paying at least probably $900 for a good one. Now there is some that go by your income, but we're paying about $900, and then you got to pay extra for your cat. Then you got to pay extra for your garage.
Yeah, no, I've rented apartments before. Like I said, I rented apartments when I was at school, and I lived with a partner for a while, but I don't want to rent again. I just want to own
yeah, dude.
Spot.
It's so exhilarating once you get that
plus
key and you're like, yes, this is mine. Motherfuckers, I can do anything I want to this place.
Truth be told, I want to do like this exact thing because as far as like podcasting is going, like
no,
I'm
dude,
so into it, and
do it.
I want to set up like something like this and have like Max from my band on and Keebler from Collapse Revive and like
do it.
Have them be because this used to be a taboo thing to say, but it's not really anymore. I'm a huge Joe Budden fan.
Joe Budden, yeah.
Huge Joe Budden fan, especially his podcast. I was never really into his music. I knew Pump It Up, but that's it. But I feel as a broadcaster, he's really coming to his own. He's like got his own network now since ditching Spotify.
I haven't really delved much into him, but he was brought up on another podcast I was listening to. And it was like a controversial thing and all this and whatever. So I was thinking, maybe I should start giving his a listen.
Yeah, well, there's been a bunch of smear campaigns against him since he split from Spotify.
Yeah, this was more of like a debunking, like all this stuff and like what's really like, you know, I don't know. This was a while ago. But
yeah, I like him as a media personality. He also kind of has like he brought 3 women on to do a show, and I don't know much about these women. I don't know if they had a show before this, but it's called See the Thing Is, and it's essentially the Joe Budden podcast, but just with women and women topics and women's perspective. And I just because
what's it called again?
See the Thing Is.
See the Thing Is. Okay.
Well, the funny thing about the Joe Budden podcast. It was originally, I'll name this podcast later.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to name your podcast. You got to think of something. See, when I first started this podcast, it was going to be more around like urban exploring, because that's what the channel started out as, with me and my buddy. So that's what we named it, was the Obscured State Podcast, because that's going to be about.
Right.
But now I'm forming it more into more of what I wanted anyways.
Right.
You know, more of like just this.
Well,
Like,
that's a good
you know,
format, though. I love shit like this. We were just listening to one on John Gotti on the way here.
Yeah. So it's like when you go to name your podcast, it's like, do you put your name in it or not? So that's like, you know,
I think only if the name has weight.
Exactly. That's what I was saying in between my own arguments in my mind. I'm like, yeah, but you don't really have like a name, so why put it on there?
Right, like Joe Rogan, it's easy to see why it's the Joe Rogan Experience. Like,
right. Or there's other ones like Tim Ferriss, and like he's like a Scientologist, and he puts the Tim Ferriss Show. But like,
Joe
you're not
Budden,
very well known.
Joe Budden even, he named his podcast the Joe Budden Podcast after the fact. It was after it was on for 3 years.
Right. You can change the name later.
And this was after he walked away from Complex and that whole thing. I've been following him for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So
you can always change it later, and you won't even lose your fan base.
Right.
The name will just all of a sudden change and be like, what?
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas. I've been working on basic like ideas, but I'm in the process.
It's going to be like more of like a focused thing on something, like you're thinking, like focus on like a certain thing, or
I
more
kind
of
of
like just like guests.
Kind of just want to talk about metal and talk about video games and talk about issues that me, Max, and Dan think are important.
That matter to you.
Well,
because it's your platform.
Have you ever met Keebler?
Mm-mm.
So Keebler is the singer for a band called Collapse Revive. He was in On My Behalf. Him and I are essentially as far on opposing sides as can be.
Right.
I am the agnostic, blue-leaning centrist who, while I dislike the division, sometimes you just can't help but bully some people on their ideals rooted in hatred. Like,
right.
I don't think bullying's okay, but I think if you think that it's okay to hate somebody, I think that waives your right to not being bullied or harassed in the same way. Sometimes we need a necessary evil to counteract that evil.
Right.
But yeah, so he's on the complete opposite side of the coin. He's
Good to have that contrarian.
He's a youth pastor. He
gives each side.
Yep, he's a Christian, kind of like just an independent Christian. I'm not sure what the exact denomination is that he practices, so I don't want to.
There's so many different.
But he
ones.
just
it's
has
hard to keep track of.
But he just has so many interesting perspectives, and no matter what issue him and I are discussing, it's always pleasant and constructive, and I feel like that's the thing we need a lot more of right now. Is we need constructive dialogue.
Yeah.
To help bridge gaps. Like we've had enough division.
Right.
Especially in the past 4 years,
Oh yeah. But now Biden's president though. So now what? Were you happy?
There's still.
Are you happy? Are you like, fuck yeah, we got Biden?
No, I'll never be happy.
Like, why? Like I see a bunch of people today. They're just like, yeah, Biden. Oh my God.
I'll tell you this.
I'm like, you shouldn't be like happy. You should be
I'm
like,
not
all right,
happy,
good.
no.
You should just be like, good. Okay, Trump's out. Now what are we gonna do when he's out?
That's literally how I feel. That's
why I feel like
someone,
now's the time for, when we were talking earlier about third parties, now's the time to start really delving into that and being like, we need a third person on the stage. We don't have to say that they're going to be president. Just get them on the stage. Next election, we need 3 people at least, or 4, or whatever. There's a lot of parties, dude. There's so many when you look at it. There's like American Party. You're like, this guy looks like your science teacher. Like, holy shit.
The problem is when corporate America is kicking money to only the red and the blue parties. like I said,
it's hard, dude. It's
the game
what
we're
do
playing,
you do?
bro.
You got to start somewhere, man.
And-
Where do you start? When do you start? When do you say, okay, now we can start?
So I saw.
Okay, all right, let's do it now, guys. All right,
No,
I'm feeling it.
It's always going to be the lesser of two evils, unless there's serious political reform. It's always going to be the lesser of two evils. But
I mean, everybody loved Reagan. Everyone's like, "Oh, Reagan was great."
Reagan's a fucking nutcase.
But dude, he signed every bill that went to him. Every bill that went to him to spend money, he was just like, "Yep, go on ahead,
well, yeah,
Reaganomics."
he was a fucking
yes
man.
man.
Yeah.
And his war, the say no to drugs, and then we still have a war on drugs. So
well, we have to remember that Nancy Reagan was the primary proponent of the war on drugs. That was her thing.
Yeah.
Right. However,
but it was in his administration.
Well,
everybody links everything to the administration,
but
the Trump administration. But
on that other coin, Kamala Harris is also she's famously known for being that type of was she a judge or a prosecuting attorney?
Prosecuting attorney.
Okay.
Yep. And she just fucking lock him up.
Right. I know. She's just like
key.
a fucking bulldog in the
dude. There's a podcast I listen to. It's called there's one that's called Undisclosed. I'm drawing a blank on the other one. I'll tell you afterwards if you want to know. But they talk about death row cases and that they fight to get overturned because there's evidence against them, or that's evidence for them being exonerated from the case that has just been thrown out, not looked at over years, and they're on the death row about to get their life taken away, and they fight to get them off there and with this evidence. And they're talking about ones where even Kamala Harris is involved in, and she would not let it go through until finally she was overruled to let the evidence go to court. And it's like all these people want to do is they want to win. That's all they want to do. They just want to win. Just like Trump. I really don't think Trump wants to be president again. He just doesn't want to lose.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
And he won't ever admit that he lost.
No.
He
just doesn't want to lose. I don't think he cares if he's president again. He did it for 4 years.
Here's my thing.
He just don't want to lose.
I just want to know how many people who voted for him because they watched The Apprentice. That's all I want to know.
Dude, yeah, dude. I did.
That's all I want to know.
I did. I was like, oh, you're fired. Honestly, dude, it was him and Clinton, and I'm like, fuck it, let's give him a chance.
Well, but the problem is, he
was a celebrity, he ran businesses, whatever. I'm like, whatever, give him a chance.
Well, that was the biggest fucking problem. Is I think if you would have put Bernie in that position, Bernie would have beat Donald Trump.
Yeah, by big time.
The problem is
he would have beat him this year.
Well, the Clintons have put in so much fucking money and time into the American political system that I think that her getting that nomination was like a favor. But at the same time, I also think Trump getting the nomination was also a favor to him after all of the fucking donations he's made to various politicians over the years.
Right. No shit.
I mean, this is all
he was Democrat. Well,
yeah, he made fun of fucking Republicans.
Yeah. So the whole thing is just a sham.
But no, he's a piece of shit. I'd like to go on record about that. Donald Trump is a fucking racist, sexist fucking pig, and I hate this guy.
Yeah. There's no way to deny it. But it's almost like, actually, me and my wife were talking earlier. Hope I can remember this correctly, but I was saying like, it's almost like.
You remember the Central Park 5? You remember that when they were when they were trying to get these.
You talking about the rape or something like that?
Yeah, they were trying to get these 5 black men locked up and under false pretenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
And Trump basically said they should hang or something along those lines. He said something so vile it made my skin crawl.
Yeah. I remember that.
That was one thing that grossed me out. And then to see people of color that I know voting for him made it even worse because it's like, bro.
Yeah, but so, okay, I was saying it's almost like you
can change your views.
He's so narcissist that he's like, he is racist, but he really doesn't think he is. But he really doesn't think he is.
No.
He really doesn't. I really believe you give him a lie detector test, he'd probably pass it. I really don't think he thinks he is.
The problem is he's so delusional that he just lives in this fucking world
But
where everyone around him tells him what he wants to hear.
and then
That's essentially what it is. So
that's what happened. That was my defense when I voted for Trump. Was I said, well, this is initial in 2016. I said, well, he's going to have lots of people around him, lots of advisors, lots of people saying, this is what,
Yeah, Alexander Acosta.
He
He wants to talk about draining the fucking swamp, bro. Motherfucker, you are the swamp thing.
Dude,
you live there.
All the people around him, he talks about draining the swamp, getting rid of all the lobbyists and shit. Maybe he did start to do that, but then the people around him turned into them.
Bro, I bring that up all the time. I saw a fucking ad during this election cycle. I thought I was going to drain the swamp. Little did I know that it was going to take a lot more than 4 years. Because he kind of talks like a half-ass Brando.
Years. Yeah,
he talks like a half-ass, like, constipated Brando.
That was good.
It's like, and I'm sitting there listening to that. I'm like, dude, 75% of your original cabinet has either stepped down or been fired, or they've been indicted on federal fucking charges. It's like drain the swamp. You help fill it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, bro, that's the biggest thing is how Alexander Acosta, how that fucking man continued to practice law.
Well, yeah.
And how that case was never fucking looked at after they did you watch that Epstein documentary?
I started it, but dude, a lot of my time's down here on this
I
shit.
figured that sentencing was behind closed doors, unopened to the public. No one knew what happened. The victims weren't notified. It was the most hush fucking thing ever. And then Trump picks this guy as his fucking Department of Secretary of Education or some shit. I'm like,
dude,
what?
and people, and like that whole, do you believe like he was involved in like child trafficking and all that shit, or do you think
I don't believe he was involved in child trafficking.
No, not Trump. Epstein, and the island and all that. Do you believe in that conspiracy thing that people say? Well, people say conspiracy, but whatever. Do you believe in that?
Here's my thing: is there's too much evidence to prove against it. Like they have photos of the prince with Ghislaine Maxwell and fucking this girl when she's 16, and they have photos of Clinton sitting on the fucking porch. Like they have,
dude,
they have flight logs.
It's nuts.
That show how many times these people went there. Dude, Prince Andrew has been effectively excommunicated. We don't really talk about that because we're over here in America and the royal family is kind of silly to us, right? But Andrew is basically like, he's gone, dude. They pretend he doesn't fucking exist.
Dude, the whole thing.
And he did an interview that made it worse.
But my point was going to be that then you had people coming out though saying stop believing all the conspiracy theories and focus on the real attention, which is like stuff that's really getting done about child trafficking, like police, catching criminals with 150 children and stuff like that. You're detracting from what really needs to be done, which is what the real criminals are, which is in your backyard. It's not just celebrities or Epstein and stuff, but it's like,
I'm not denying that,
but still, like,
the problem,
huge. These people are involved in government and
that's what I'm saying. This
your whole life.
This web is so fucking okay.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna let you collect your thoughts for a second because I have to fucking piss.
Go take your pee. I will collect. I will collect.
Get in your story. I lost my bladder from being a delivery driver.
Oh,
dude, there's lots of times where I was holding it to get to the best gas station that had the best, cleanest bathroom.
Touring really molds your bladder in ways that you'd never expect.
So let's jump back into it, dude.
Okay,
this is interesting fucking shit.
Just the problem.
I had to have a clear mind, not like I gotta be.
Right. Here's the problem I have with this entire Epstein thing is there's just so many. There's so many indiscrepancies for being such a high-profile case.
Right.
A lot of how the trial was initially handled, as opposed as like with the behind closed door shit. And nobody really seeing what the plea was, and like he didn't serve any jail time, and nobody notified the victims of anything, and like he didn't have anything on his record, and no one really talked about it, and it's just that whole thing is weird to begin with.
Right.
Then you look at all these people that are going out there. The Clintons. Prince Andrew. You got who else did they say was out there?
Dude, and like the paintings and stuff that he's got, like the Clinton painting and like this, that, like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
dude, it's too weird. You can't just like take attention away from it. The part with the local governments and stuff like cracking down is like that's where you do your part in your local population, your local county, your local city. That you do your part there in sharing with that and your local groups and stuff, but you still draw attention to the big picture, which is what we're saying. They're involved in everyday life, dude, almost to an extent.
These are politicians. These are movie stars. These are
huge
fucking people. Harvey Weinstein was someone that nobody knew of, but saw the name so much. There's so many movies that I couldn't watch for a little while because I saw the Weinstein name on them, but I already bought the fucking movies.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like, I hate Harvey Weinstein, but Pulp Fiction is still my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't break. Well,
so then how do you feel about like the music that comes out? Like, let's just say like Lorna Shore or something, where it's got that fuckhead's vocals on it. Are you and you like the music? You still gonna jam it?
I can't.
Ooh,
I can't.
That's weird.
I'm a hypocrite, though. I'm a hypocrite, and I'm willing to admit it.
But it's a little different, though, right? It's a little different because that's his vocals, where Harvey Weinstein isn't in the movie.
No, he's a production guy. He's a money guy.
Yeah, he helped fund it.
So, like, while... Yeah, it kind of is the same, but it's not the same. Like, it's not like Samuel L. Jackson or John Travolta or Tarantino did these things. Like, it was Weinstein, the guy who put the money up. So, if the guy who put the money up doesn't get a cut of his cut of the money anymore, then I'm fine with it. Like, I'm not watching it on stream, so, like, Netflix isn't paying him because of me.
Right.
Like, I have the disc. It's already been paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it used, so I didn't even pay for it the first time. Fuck.
Yeah. Right.
But for artists, it's different because, you can separate art from the artist, but at the end of the day, that art's still always going to have that blemish attached to it.
It almost turns into like your fucking... I'll jam it at home, but I'm not going to play it in the car.
See, but I'm not a guilty pleasure guy. So
that's what I was looking at. Guilty pleasure. It almost turns into your guilty pleasure.
If I'm going to jam it, I'm going to jam it. So for me, I take my stance on that very like sternly, like especially
that that you won't be a hypocrite about, because we're all hypocritical in other ways. But we've been already stated.
But like I said, in terms of like guys in production companies that made movies 20 fucking years ago, like at the end of the day, I'm giving $20 to Best Buy, you know.
Yeah. Or you're finding it in the $5 bin.
Right. Like I said, I got the Running Man at fucking not Goodwill, but a thrift store.
Right. Or like CD Exchange or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the place to go check out.
I've never been there. I need to go.
CD Exchange. Yeah.
I went to Grand Traverse.
Any places like that, disc traders.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
I went to Grand Traverse Games up in Traverse City when her and I spent time in Bel Air, and then we went to Traverse City one day, and we went to Tequamanon Falls and shit.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Tequamanon Falls up in the UP?
Yes, sir. First time ever driving across the bridge for me.
Dude, mine was this year too.
I went across before as a child.
You did?
I did.
No, my first time was this year.
Okay, see, this was my first time behind the wheel. Like, I was responsible for it.
Right. Yeah, me too. Me too. I was like, oh, shit, dude.
See, I don't know how I would have handled it if it were my first time ever going.
Do you like heights at all?
Not really.
No. Will you do roller coasters?
No, I almost slipped out of one, and I'll never go again.
Dude, it's so scary, huh? How old were you, though, when you almost slipped out?
Like 15.
See, I was really young and I rode Shivering Timbers. Was that the one?
No,
No.
I went to Universal.
Oh shit! I've never been, but we were riding Shivering Timbers at Michigan's Adventure, and dude, my ass came out of there. My dad was like to push me down when we were going down the big slope, because all it had was just the lap bar.
Well,
Yeah, that scarred me for a while. I will only go to Michigan Adventure though. That's as high as I will get. Everyone at Cedar Point, they're all higher than that, so I won't do it. So driving over that bridge, the Mackinac Bridge, like that, dude, yeah, it was freaky.
I did okay. I did okay in the right lane.
The right lane.
I hate that fucking grate.
The grate.
I hate
know,
the grate.
dude.
I can't stand it.
No. Like, dude, I don't know why the concrete over top makes it seem so much more safe, because that's what's right underneath it anyways, is the grate.
Well,
That's what's keeping it together, is the metal.
so it's pretty
know?
it's pretty common knowledge that I have clinically diagnosed depression and anxiety that I take medication for.
Right. Okay.
So I'm already an anxious person as it is, but
Yeah.
say you're an anxious person in control in that situation with an even more anxious person in that scenario. What do? Do you show your panic? No, I fucking sat there holding my fucking breath the entire time over that fucking bridge. And I didn't.
That's a long bridge. That is a long.
I'm pretty sure my ass.
bridge.
Pretty sure I fucking puckered my butthole from the time we touched down in the UP to the time we were back in the Lower Peninsula.
Yeah. It doesn't matter even if it's over water or anything, because you go like start going down south and like Chicago and stuff, and you go up on these big overpasses and stuff. It's still like, whoo, you can see the whole city and everything down over there. You're like, wow, this is
the fucked up thing.
crazy. People think Detroit's crazy. You start driving in other bigger. There's so many cities.
I always tell people to go to New York City.
Yeah, dude. Like, you got to go somewhere else.
You ever been in a city where every bridge is simultaneously under construction?
Bay City. Bay City's got 3 bridges. 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then you be like, everybody be trying to go over one bridge. It's like, bro, I got to get to work.
Isn't there also only one way that you can automatically go that you don't have to wait for a bridge that's like up? Like there's 3 ways through Bay City. Because I used to always go to like Standish and shit when I was younger to go up north.
No, all of them got a draw on it.
All of them got a draw on it? Because there's like a back way through like Caro and shit, I thought.
Yeah, the double hump bridge, which is the first one you approach from south.
Right, but that one doesn't have a draw. That's not a drawbridge, right?
I think the second hump does, but doesn't the first? I don't know, dude. I lived there for a while. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I wasn't there that long.
But there's so many bridges. It's like ridiculous.
Well, especially around here, but around here in New York City, fucking
I've never been to New York City. I've been to New York State, but not New York City.
New York City's dope. It's a lot of people for me, but
yeah. But that's just why I want to go. I just want to go experience like, wow, this is fucking crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's cool for it's
can't
cool.
go now, but
buy cigarettes before you go.
Oh fuck yeah. Dude, even to going trying to stop in Chicago downtown, I was like, holy fuck.
Dude, they were asking for like $20 a pack in fucking New York City.
Dude.
These fucking hipster guys.
They can get you too.
Hipster guys were just rolling fucking Lucy's without filters on the fucking street.
Yeah, you think
I'm
they're
on
rolling
tour.
a joint. And it's like, no, this is tobacco, dude. This shit's too
I
expensive.
fucking took it, man. I couldn't afford a pack, and I needed a goddamn smoke. It's like, dude, can you roll me one of those?
Yeah,
like,
dude, fuck it. Oh, damn.
That was actually one of the moments where I was like, dude, I gotta quit this fucking filthy.
Well, yeah, you're sitting in a city that's charging $20 a pack. And yeah, I'm thinking about it.
My first tour without cigarettes was when I was in Canada. So
in Canada.
Yeah.
How long were you up there?
We did a week with the convalescence and the breathing process.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn, how was that in Canada? Was it like that different than being down here or no?
Well, every venue is upstairs.
Oh. That's weird.
Poutine is like the greatest fucking thing ever. Poutine. You've never heard.
Mm.
Okay, so you take your French fries.
Okay.
Take your cheese curds.
Okay.
Take your pig's gravy.
All right. You just
put it all together.
What?
or poutine. It's a Canadian delicacy. Once you cross the border,
Canadian delicacy fries.
I shit you fucking not, dude. As soon as you get across the bridge, you can stop at Burger King, McDonald's. I'm pretty sure Taco Bell sells poutine.
Jesus.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's everywhere. And like they have like novelty ones with like buffalo chicken sauce and like chicken in it. And, like,
Hey.
and it like clogs my fucking arteries every time I eat it, but it's the most delicious thing I've ever had. They try to make something like it at Hopcat, I want to say. Is that where I got the whack poutine, babe? Yeah, Hopcat.
Yeah,
Whack
with their
ass
cracked
poutine.
fries.
Fucking nah, man. They made some fucking poutine with goddamn taco seasoning. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, they probably thought it was Mexican.
No, they made poutine before.
Mm.
They did. They made good poutine before, so that's why I was very upset.
Like the standards have been set, you bitch.
Bro, when you come back from Canada and you just can't get it anymore, it's like, well, fuck.
Well, you gotta make it yourself.
Bro, I got it.
An air fryer.
I literally ate poutine everywhere. I got poutine at McDonald's.
Literally ate poutine.
I did.
It sounds so stupid. Man, I mean that poutine all over.
Bro, and I fucking chronicled it. You dude, if you go to the band page and you go back far enough, you'll see me eating poutine every single day on tour.
Poutine.
Dude, every day.
Oh man.
Every day, and I didn't get sick of it because you could mix it up with so many different fucking flavors. They got like these pop-up stands that are just like McDonald's over there for poutine, and it's just like the greatest fucking thing. Like, I swear, I can't remember.
Poutine.
Dude, I can't remember what the place was called, but I swear to you, one would like show up on the block we were playing while we were like parked out front waiting for the place to open up. I'm like,
what the fuck?
It's just like taking over a building. It's like, what the fuck? When did this get here? I guess I'll eat poutine.
Oh shit! So we haven't even fucking gotten to your goddamn band.
Yeah, we haven't talked to any business. I like those.
How you a fucking vocalist for this badass band called My Own Will that I'm wearing your shirt right now?
I noticed that. I like that.
Yeah.
Glad to see you repping that because we didn't get a chance to sell many of those.
No, I like this one.
That was the pizza show exclusive that we had printed for the pizza show.
Oh, really?
That canceled.
Yeah,
the day
that
before.
Yeah.
Due to Whitmer stay-at-home order.
Yeah, dude, that was a crazy time.
Yeah,
that was a time that was like, holy shit.
Me and her actually went to our last show like 5 days before that.
Where was the Kill Switch?
It was Pike Room for Spite and
Spite.
Varials and what the fuck's that band from Texas? I am Orthodox and the band from Australia that I refuse to talk about now.
Dealer?
Yeah, that one.
Well, didn't they have like I was picturing a gun. I thought they had like a gun, maybe not, but Dealer.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
I don't know why you don't talk about them anymore, so I'm not sure.
Oh,
so I don't know the backstory.
Lead singer is allegedly a piece of shit.
Oh, so another one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah, because you wanted to go see. That's the thing.
I wanted to go see them.
You wanted to go see them.
I love
That's the thing that sucks.
I love that
you
band.
fucking figure that shit out.
But here's the thing.
Like, that goes back to, like, do you still, jam it? And it's like, no.
I can't.
I don't know.
I wish I could. It's tainted for me. But I remember when we saw them, I remember asking to myself because, being in the genre, I pay attention to who's playing for who and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
When that band started, it was that guy, a drummer I had never heard of. The guitar player was from Codeine King. I don't know where the other guitar player was from, but the bassist was one of the founding, if he's not the founding, he was like one of the like big members of Northlane when they were taking off.
All right.
You know who Northlane is?
Yep.
Like Australian band?
Yep.
So that was initially what brought them to them because like I liked Alpha Wolf stuff, but I don't know, barrier rip bands are real hit or miss with me.
See, I'm like barrier rip bands.
Yeah,
What is that?
There's a band from Chicago, I want to say, called Barrier. They came from like the same area as the Sworn In guys.
Okay.
A lot of people know Sworn In for like their emo period with that one guy.
Oh, the emo
Or
period.
I'm sorry, with that one girl. She now goes as a girl, I believe. Yeah.
Did
So
you like I Wrestled a Bear Once? Did you like that band? What did you not like about them?
The sporadicness.
That's what I loved about it.
See, I'm not. No,
I loved about it. I was like, man, this is so fucking cool.
Bro, if it doesn't sound like it could be played on fucking bongos during like a caveman, like just dance, like village dance.
And then just occasionally you're just like, you can get fucked.
Dude, you notice that I just love anything tribally, like rhythmically tribal or tribally rhythmic, I guess is the best way to put it. Like that's the type of music my own little place is. We like the groove. You know, that's what we're about. We're more about hitting a pocket and sticking with it, and just staying in that pocket and doing what we
know
can
your craft and do it well.
Yeah. So
stay in your fucking lane and master it.
So
that's what I say.
If it's not like angry caveman, like truth be told, man, I've become a cliche that I never wanted to become. I am the heavy metal musician that listens to everything but the genre, pretty much.
So
I fucking listen to hip hop, country music. I listen to pop
country.
Music. I do listen to country, some country now, but I don't listen to modern country. I listen to Waylon Jennings and fucking Willie Nelson, but there's just like a nostalgia to that. Yeah,
I guess.
And I don't even necessarily have that nostalgia for it, but when I hear it, I don't know. We on our vacation we were
makes you, I don't know, think about old times, I guess. What? Because that all sounds so old. Oh, you fucker, it's empty.
I like my musicians to be felons.
Felons.
Yeah. So I really like rap music and country music.
Who's your favorite rapper?
Presently or all time?
Do all time first.
I think no one will ever do it like Biggie did.
Biggie? Yes. Dude, Biggie's I love Biggie Smalls.
Ready to Die.
When I got into rap, that's what I liked.
Ready to Die is timeless.
That's what I bought. That's the one I bought.
Ready to Die you can listen to today and it holds up.
Oh, hell yeah. You can listen to it all the time.
I also have
I always thought it was way better than Tupac.
Well, and I have a clear East Coast bias. The thing about Tupac, and what year were you born in?
1990.
Okay, so you're a year older than me. Here's the thing about Tupac that you and I don't realize. He wasn't on death row very long. I'm good, thank you. Okay. But
he wasn't on death row very long.
Yeah, you know Death Row Records, Suge Knight. Yeah, he
actually
wasn't. He wasn't on them. He was on them towards the tail end of his life, and that's probably why he died. But he only did.
So do you think it was? What do you think happened between all that? What do you think? I'm sure you got some sort of theory.
Those have been pretty much proven at this point.
Oh, I don't know. What's proven then? I didn't think there was actual proven. Litigated.
Well, so there's just
done deal. This is what happened.
There's just consistencies. There's consistencies with Tupac and Suge assaulting a gang affiliate at a Mike Tyson fight in Vegas.
That's what I've heard.
It's also alleged that person is the person who shot Tupac. So I've heard. I don't think he's alive. I don't think he's off living somewhere.
You think caked up with Elvis?
No.
No.
Elvis is
Tupac's still alive,
Elvis is racist. Why the fuck would you think he'd be hanging out with Tupac?
I don't know, because didn't people still think Elvis was alive?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you still.
I don't know. I just figured all those people would congregate somewhere.
It just doesn't mean they lose their biases.
No, he just lives on one side of the island, the other one's on the other.
That's why no one
figured they'd just be like, no, you guys, if you want to stay alive, you guys have to go here.
That's why.
Again, that would be controlled by the top government and all of our overlords.
Yeah, you're talking about where Hitler's hanging out and fucking.
Oh no, I think he'd be dead.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed he'd be dead.
He'd be, no. If you want to go along theories, then maybe he could What if he's still alive?
See, those are.
What if they're keeping them engineered alive? What if our whole life was a simulation? Whoa.
As long as it's not like the Matrix.
I think we're gonna.
I don't want to wake up and.
That it is.
I don't want to wake up in a pod in like pink goo.
Pink goo. Yeah, the Matrix.
You've seen that fucking movie? Yeah. I watched it while she was getting tattooed.
Yeah.
One weekend, and they had the Matrix on, and then it was on Netflix, so it queued up Matrix Reloaded afterwards. It was a long session. I wasn't aware how long the session was going to be. So
how long ago was that?
Like right after pandemic restrictions started.
That's the first time you've seen the Matrix?
No. I watched it for the first time in God knows how long.
Oh yeah. That was one of those ones I remember watching at my cousin's because they would always get the fucking good movies and stuff, and I'd go there and we'd be like, yeah, all right, cool.
Well, and I don't watch very many movies, but I am a movie rewatcher, so if I like a movie, I'll rewatch it quite a bit.
See, I'm the exact opposite. It's hard to get me to rewatch movies.
Oh, see,
to block out time, like, okay, I'm going to watch a movie to watch one I already watched.
I'm a collector at the end of the day, so...
Yeah, see, like my buddy Rich, he's a collector too, but he's gotten to the point where we've talked about it too. I was like, I think it's just the collection at this point. Not that
for some people that's what it is, and it's not even like a monetary thing. It's just like
just want it all, and it's fine.
I've heard people refer to it as FOMO.
What's FOMO? What would that mean?
Fear of missing out.
Whoa.
It's also
they got something for everything, bro.
Well, like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Dude, they got something for FOMO, fear of missing out.
So that was actually on a...
I mean, I guess it's fucking for real.
It was on a video about whether or not you as a JRPG fan should get into the Trails series.
I don't know.
Because it's so, whereas most JRPGs nowadays like Final
JRPG,
Japanese role playing.
Oh, okay. I'm like what the fuck?
JRPGs. Your Final Fantasies, your Dragon Quests, your Xenoblade, anything that's made in Japan but makes its way over here that's an RPG is a JRPG.
Okay.
Okay, so where most JRPGs are typically isolated, so as Final Fantasy, for instance, there have been sequels to Final Fantasy games, but no standalone Final Fantasy has technically been a sequel to the next one. Final Fantasy 2 did not follow Final Fantasy 1's timeline. Final Fantasy 3 did not follow 2 or 1. 4 did not follow 3, 2, or 1.
None of them.
None of them. They share elements like
the universe,
crystals, certain like species, but not even universe, man. Like different.
So all of them are different storylines.
All of them are different worlds. Where this Trails game,
it's just the Final Fantasy franchise.
Yeah, that's the Final Fantasy franchise. Yeah, well,
That's why it's
Final
2.
Fantasy was supposed to be the last one, technically. But
honestly, I never liked when it was PlayStation days. I never liked the picking. You stop and you pick what you do to hit the other person, and then bam, you hit.
We're going back. We're going back to numbers. It's not about that point of it. It's about the stats and the equipment and the skills.
Okay, so
like
I didn't get more into that until it was like Elder Scrolls stuff, like Skyrim and stuff like that. That's when I really got into like RPGs.
So my favorite JRPG is my favorite one I say of all time is Final Fantasy IX. What I like about Final Fantasy IX is how it works is you find equipment and you buy equipment all throughout the world. Okay. How you learn your skills is equipping these items and then battling enough monsters to where this bar called your AP meter fills up, and then you'll master that skill and you can use it always.
Okay. So you're like going out looking for these fuckers to fight to build
That was
up
the
your
first
skill.
one of these games I ever actually like bought and sought out for myself, because I had like N64, but there were no games like that on N64.
Right.
I didn't have PS1. I had PS2. So the entire PS1 library had been out. Final Fantasy IX was my first one. So,
oh, okay. All right. See. Oh.
That was my first one, was Final Fantasy 9. And I didn't even have a memory card to save. I didn't even know you needed a fucking memory card because I had Nintendo.
Dude. Yeah, right.
I had Nintendo. I didn't know you needed a memory card. So,
yeah.
dude, I know the first 3 hours of Final Fantasy 9, I swear to you, like the back of my hand. If there was a speed running record for the first 3 hours,
just to get fucking through that,
I could
shit.
probably do it because
Dude.
I could get so fucking far with doing so minimal.
I stayed up all night. My only experience with that is I stayed up all night, all day and all night playing God of War, and got all the way to the end. I saved my game.
Brand new one or old one?
No, the old one.
Okay.
When it first came out.
Okay.
I played the whole thing all the way up till the end, and I was like, I am dead dog tired. And so I saved it on this memory card. Now, this wasn't my memory card. This was a younger kid's memory card, but we were staying with these people, whatever. And, dude, I got up the next morning, bro. He deleted the fucking shit. And I just never beat it. I never went through and beat the game because I'm like, you know what? I'm defeated. Bro, that was hard.
I've had moments like that. Like I
didn't play it on like easy. Like I worked to get through that fucking game.
There's only one equivalent to that nowadays, and that's like a save file being corrupt, and then like the developer is already shut down. So there's like nobody that's gonna fix your fucking game. For example, I played the Walking Dead Telltale series.
Oh, I did too. Shit was awesome. I loved playing those games.
I love that game, but here's the thing: is I made it through season 1 and season 2 back to back. Not an issue.
Yep.
I wanted to go back and redo it because of, well, I guess we can talk about spoilers to season 2 because it's been fucking 6 years now. I wanted to redo that final decision at the end of season 2 because it's just so heavy.
Well, the whole thing, you can make different decisions, and the whole game can go a different way. People are still alive.
But for me in particular, I wanted to see the different variations of the ending narrative because I accepted all the choices I made up until that point. Because this is, and again, it's weird because I love games with stats. I love games with good storylines.
Yes.
You know, and I love choose your own adventure books growing up. So that's exactly what a Telltale game feels like to me.
Right. It is.
And like I was fine with all the choices I made. Except I let fucking what's her face kill Kenny.
I don't know.
You remember anything about that game?
Yeah, no, I remember I don't remember ending? The name.
Yeah. So I remember letting that happen only because I felt that was the morally right thing to do, considering how far Kenny had fallen. But that video game, despite the point I was making, I went through to play it again, and it was just fucked.
Yeah.
And this is after Telltale had shut its doors and closed down, and I played it on PS4, and it was like there was no hope for patches.
But see, couldn't you have I thought that game ran as chapters. Couldn't you just
I tried that. I kept going. Dude, it was some sort of loop glitch where I would reload something, but it would like reset all the choices I made in the story up until that point. So I would restart chapter 1, but it would disregard all of season 1. Like, for example,
that's bullshit.
And it was right there at the
That
end.
was so cool because it all wrapped.
It was right after the lake scene.
Dude.
It was right after the lake scene.
Dude, that's good games, man. The other ones too, like they all like kind of just. Even if you didn't know nothing about like the other one, like the Wolf Among Us or something, I don't think I finished that one, but I started playing it, and it wasn't like something I would have immediately gravitated towards, but it was a Telltale game, and I'm like, it's gonna be good.
Did you play the Borderlands one?
I started that one. I never much got into Borderlands.
They introduced those characters in Borderlands 3 from what I've heard, which sounds pretty cool.
For games that are more recent, like I guess not more recent, but it was like I really got into was like Fallout.
Okay. Which one?
Fallout 3 is when I started.
Okay.
And then New Vegas.
So which one do you like more?
Between 3 and New Vegas? Yes. 3.
See, I've heard.
But New Vegas was good too. I liked them all.
I don't have a dog in this fight because I'm not like a huge, Bethesda kind of makes me sad. I loved Fallout 3 when I first played it. Like blowing up Nuketown was sweet.
Yeah.
And I hear people swear by New Vegas. I enjoy New Vegas. I've always
I
thought
enjoy them all.
I've always thought Obsidian was the better developer for Fallout games. They made New Vegas.
Okay.
Bethesda made 3, 4, and 76 in-house.
See, I haven't played 76. I haven't played the newest one, but I played 4. Everybody talked shit about it.
Obsidian.
And I thought it was really good too.
You got PS4?
No, yeah, I do have one, but I played it on Xbox.
You have Xbox too? Oh, yeah, that's right. You do have Xbox. Have you played the Outer Worlds yet?
Yes.
Okay.
That I really liked.
I enjoy that game too. I like Obsidian games. That's an Obsidian game.
Yes. That I would consider was like a good, like, I don't know. Like it was a really good Fallout experience. Like, yeah.
I'm weird though. I like weird games. Like I enjoyed the Outer Worlds, but I eventually got bored with it.
I felt like I was playing like just a different, like way off course Fallout game.
I really enjoyed Control a lot.
Yeah.
I played Control during quarantine.
Yeah, Outer Worlds is actually the only game recently because when I was playing in bands and stuff too, like I did a lot of the networking and the doing when we did our own album and stuff. So I did a lot of stuff. So I didn't have a lot of time. I haven't had a lot of time to just like sit down and play video games. But that was one that I like took out time. I was like, I'm playing Outer Worlds because this bitch is fucking awesome.
Well, that's the nice thing about the whole industry kind of being on pause is I can kind of just plow through my backlog. You know?
Right.
Like we have an album we're sitting on. We're taking our time doing like videos and
dude,
stuff.
That reminds me. So everything's on pause. So it's like, because of COVID.
Yes.
And all that shit. So you made a post recently and you said about, we're taking our time. We're not going to go out and play a show.
Yeah.
But we'll remember who is. So elaborate on that. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? You'll remember who is. So what does that mean?
It means
people can take that like a lot of different ways.
People can take it however they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I got bigger fish to fry than premature local shows with no guidelines on a flyer. My own will was working towards breaking into the touring industry in 2020, and we had 3 runs that were pulled out from under us. We had Pizza Show that was canceled. We had a bunch of other cool opportunities that were just kind of canceled with not hearing anything about it. We've also made friends with many national touring artists, and I don't see a single one of them booking a show, minus like Born of Osiris trying to book like a virtual like car tour run, but even they ultimately ended up canceling it because the restrictions just wouldn't allow it. So it's like if no national professional band is playing shows except for Trapped.
Oh, fucking Trapped.
I mean, like, here's the thing is, do you really want to be remembered as the guys that were too impatient to wait to play a show until it was safe for everybody? Like, you're hurting yourself. You're potentially putting yourself and people around you at risk. It's just, there's too many variables that you can't account for. And there's too many variables that you can count for that just aren't worth risking people. And at the end of the day, you can't think about you. I'm not going to put my grandmother at risk because I want to scream into a microphone while people punch each other for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
At the end of the here's the thing. At the end of the day, we're not topping the charts.
Yeah.
I'm not Rihanna. Okay. There's not a demand for what we do. And quite frankly, any of us that just scream in a microphone should just be blessed that anyone wants to pay money to listen to us in the first place.
Boom.
Just saying.
Right.
I do this because I can, and I ain't got much of a other choice because I'm not musically inclined at all. I don't know how to play an instrument.
Right.
I have a relatively okay ear when it comes to like production. Like I can, but even then, it's like play it like as opposed to like like play a C chord with the Can't do any of that. When people ask if I like a part, I'm like, well, what if it goes
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, I do that shit all the time as a drummer. No, I always with the well, can't you play it like that? And then you know, I did have a guitarist that would sit there and listen to me, and like we would figure out what I was saying. Which was nice.
That is the perk to my band, is we all are. They're all very musically trained. I am not, but they're very patient, and
they'll sit there and work around trying to figure out. They'll do like, what sound are you looking for?
Well, and I think what they respect most about me is I'll listen to something, and if I don't like it, I'm just gonna say it sucks. Like
right. Yeah.
I
That's
like
the
my
best.
taste. My
like,
taste
nah, it just sucks. This is restart.
Like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
But no, and not to say that my taste is the be all end all.
Right.
But
somebody else could say this sucks, and then well.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, here's the way I look at it.
Let's break it down.
Maya Will just made
the breakdown.
Maya Will just made David Keoppen's favorite heavy record of all time.
Jesus Christ, that's the first name.
Yes.
First time we said your goddamn name.
First
David
full time name. Keoppen. The O is silent, in case you were wondering.
The what?
The O is silent.
The O is silent.
It's Dutch as fuck.
David Keoppen.
Yep.
David Keoppen. Good.
But yeah, so
glad you said it first, so I didn't fuck it up.
Yeah. I tried. I wanted to help you with that one, but so the point I was making was like, we've made my favorite heavy record. So at this point, if they're not making stuff that I think is better than that, like, what's the point?
Right, dude. That's
because
hard.
at the end of the day, we need to be doing something that's, if not better, at least on par with the bands we listen to.
There's lots of bands that don't outlive their first record.
Right.
You know, they put out this banger, and then everyone after it's like, yeah, you didn't really reach that.
I've only done EPs as a musician, so this will be a first for me.
So how many songs?
For the album? 12.
Yeah, 12?
Yes.
Nice. That's a nice complete.
12 in 2 weeks, working 8 hours during the day, driving to Grand Rapids to record at night, then driving back.
Ooh, so you've been making a trip over this way.
We were back in June and late June.
Okay.
We did it Monday through Thursday, stayed Friday through Sunday for 2 weeks.
Oh, damn.
It was a grind, man, but we got it done. My voice barely held up.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you doing any drinking
no, I
honey
was,
teas?
I was
and
sleeping.
Stuff like that?
I was sleeping little. I was eating poorly. I was drinking water mainly. Dude, it was.
Because I hear the tea with honey really helps with the voice, but
it's really I don't know. It's really a whatever works for you thing.
Right.
I'm part of all these vocal groups, and like, no offense to anybody, like, I respect your hustle if doing harsh vocals is your thing. But so many people say so many things that they just have no business saying.
Right.
Like, people just use terms that aren't like real terms. Like, you can refer to a diaphragm, but there's nothing actually in your body that is called the diaphragm. So I don't know why you're fucking saying this. Like, this is what actual vocal coaches have told me. There's so many of these amateur dudes that just like think they know everything and just want to teach you all these techniques, when really at the end of the day, screaming is a very different thing depending on the person. Some people are able to do what the nerds call fry screams, which is what I do.
Okay.
Which is more voice. You know, my voice is more heard in my scream.
Which I more prefer. I prefer
and
to
then
hear
there's,
more of.
And then there's the false chord, which are just the the real brutal, like, everybody sounds like Phil Bozeman type shit. You know.
Yep.
That sort of thing. The problem with that is, while there are some guidelines you can follow, warming up, drinking lukewarm water. I've heard honey works, but I don't necessarily use it all the time. I
heard it more works when like your throat is strained and you need something to help you get through the show.
Well, no, I found it more hinders my voice over anything.
I mean, whatever.
I like throat coat tea. I use on days that my throat's really bothering me, I use that like numbing spray.
Oh.
It's a very temporary solution, and I take it.
3 songs in.
It's not like that. I'll take like a couple of them before we start the show, because of the way I scream. My vocal cords are like
Right.
that. So long as I keep them like that, even if it's strained. So like, typically you get sound from your vocal cords like bouncing off. Okay. So my scream is kind of like a little bit closed. So you get a little bit of the vocal cords rubbing up against one another.
Huh.
But nothing too crazy. False chord people just have them wide the fuck open and they just use air from their stomach. I smoked for 7 years. That's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
And I smoke Newports too, so I fucking know exactly the damage I did to myself. I'm sure there's still fiberglass in my lungs. Right. So I just drink lots of water. Hydration and sleep are my 2 biggest things.
Right.
That's the only tip I can give vocalists because everybody's different.
So when are you expecting to drop this new album? Do you have a date yet?
Next year, hopefully.
Next year, hopefully. Are you trying to wait till you can tour with it?
Yeah, mainly.
Yeah. So we don't really have a date because we're waiting for.
I mean, if we can't tour next year and the tour industry's closed till 2022, we'll just release it.
That would be too hard to sit on for a whole year.
Right. We'll just release and write a whole other album like we did it in 2 months of a lockdown. So.
Right.
Fuck, we'll do it again.
Yeah, no shit. We'll do it again.
Dude, the guys are animals when it comes to writing songs, especially the fact that Kyle and Danny can work basically their 2 brains. It's double the brain power, but they think the same way.
Right.
So it's like one person but twice the brain power. And then Max has his own ideas that Danny and Kyle their way through. And we'll typically have a pretty good idea as to what we want before we hit the studio.
Right. Well, it's been almost 3 hours.
It has. I need to go get my lady some food.
I think we're all probably pretty hungry.
Go make another 3-hour trip home. But this was fun, man.
Dude, this was great. No, I mean, we didn't even cover half the stuff that I was talking about that I'll write down, but
that's okay.
We'll have to have you back sometime again.
I can come back, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to come back when Rich is here so I can actually shake his hand again. I think after I talked to you about him, I think I have actually met him.
Oh, okay.
It was at like a Michigan Metal Fest like once, but it was so long ago, and I'm pretty sure I was on tour and irritable as fuck. So, see, I'm one of those people.
Right.
I'm one of those people that like I look like I'm not having fun on tour.
Yeah.
But that's just because I've been with the same people. I haven't been able to sit by myself without someone nagging at me.
It's a grind.
Dude, it gets to you, and I'm a naturally irritable person.
Right.
So like,
you're going through that, yeah.
Bro,
that's why I was saying about even the hate breed thing. I'm like, it could have been just an off day.
Right.
Whatever. Like, I'm not going to hold that against you. That was just my experience.
Most of the time, those motherfuckers are sick, too. So if they're not talking, like, that's why.
Right.
Like, bro, in February, we played with Body Snatcher, Great American Ghost, and Born Anew.
Right.
And that every single band was sick except I'm pretty sure I was sick. Like it was, dude, and it was nuts. And this was when like COVID like was just kind of starting to pop up in the news a little bit. This was like February 20th or something.
I remember there was the one case in Chicago,
and most of us weren't really taking it too seriously. Like
I watched it from the lady from the CDC was up there talking about it. So they had it under control.
Yeah, see, I didn't because I was planning 2020.
Right.
I was booking tours in fucking September.
Right. Yeah, well, you got that shit plans that way.
I did, and then I got sick as a dog. Every fucking band on that tour was sick when they were in town. It was like, fuck. But it's like, I'm glad shows have stopped because, dude,
it's a break. It's a break.
Well, no, it's just we cramp people in there like sardine cans, and then we wonder why everyone's sharing fucking germs like chlamydia. Like, fuck.
No shit. It's true.
and people are punching each other, bleeding all over one another. Like, fuck. You got the bloody dudes hugging the other bloody dudes. Like,
that was fun, man.
those are my favorite people, but fuck,
I know.
they're reckless.
I still love it. I still love it.
I
When
love it
it's all back in order again, I'm going to be right back out there with everybody jumping up and down. But there's still going to be people out there wearing masks.
I love it too. I had to talk about music a little bit because I feel like we talked about everything else.
We did. We got off track.
We did. But
That's why we'll have you back again. We'll have you back again when
sounds good.
When you got, some more news once touring's coming back.
Sounds good. Maybe I'll bring Max with me and we
There you
can
go.
do a double pod.
Yeah, by then I'm sure I'll have some more tools available.
Perfect. No,
Awesome.
Dude, I love this stuff.
Cool, man. Cool.
Thanks, man.
Well,